Hello, everybody. Welcome to Green Rain Gaming. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
All right. So today we will be playing Bci2, the offshoot of our main game that got us into D&D in the first place, Bci1, where we made some secondary characters in case some people died, and then when it became clear that none of us were dying, here we are, because we all had characters that we liked. So, I'm Mike Johnson. I'm here to run the game for you guys. Our normal GM is, as always, playing as...
The evil chef.
Yes, the evil chef. I almost called you Thulgrim, and I know that's wrong.
No, Hallgrim Goodmanson.
That Holgrim.
Hallgrim.
Like
hall, as in a hallway. Grim?
Hallgrim.
Goodmanson.
Yes. So, again, welcome. Last time on Bci2, we had some major streaming technical difficulties. Namely, the computer that we were streaming it from decided that that was the day it was going to give up.
It went into retirement.
Yeah. So, new computer today. Hopefully it will work a lot better. So far it looks like it's working good, so
And also
I'll take that as a good sign.
Not just last BCI, but we also had streaming difficulties last Sojourners. We think that was on Twitch's end, but we're not sure, so sorry about that, and that the VOD got a little messed up.
I'll down those and upload those in order. I'll do a part 1, part 2 for those.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they'll be coming up, but they'll be fragmented, and I think part of it had no sound.
One was cut off, yeah.
So it'll be as much of it as we can anyway, sorry.
Yeah. From here on out, we hope that the technical difficulties remain minimal. We have some new technology working with us, so we'll see how it works. But anyway, last time that we played Bci2, our heroes got into a bit of an altercation with some sorcerers and a dragon.
Also known as cowards.
None of you watching saw that because, of course, the recording was borked. But essentially, what happened is the boat was ambushed, set ablaze. Our heroes were able to get off the boat and chase away the ambushers, but not before the boat succumbed to the fire and a tidal wave that was magically summoned. Captain O'Bannon and Stutter, 2 members of the crew, have been washed away with the boat, as well as Mr. Mackenzie and the 2 dragon hunters that were with them, Eth and
Karen? My notes say Karen.
Karen, yes, Eth and Karen. Karen. So they are not here. Before the ambushers were able to make their escape, our warlock Rowan, played by our friend Lex, who unfortunately will not be able to join us tonight, she was able to transmute one of the ambushers into a anteater and prevented him from leaving. He was then killed, and his soul was trapped in the most ethical way possible, and questions were asked, namely where his camp was and where they could find Turok, the dragon, the main ancient dragon that has been hounding them and they've been hunting for the last few sessions. They got a glimpse of a camp with a smoke column denoting some sort of town off in the distance. A few people, asleep, wandering around. And when they asked about Turok, they were just given the image of a short pillar just containing about a basketball-sized golden orb on top of it. And that is where we left off. So, it is still the middle of the night. You guys were ambushed in the middle of the second watch. So,
sounds about right.
What do you do?
So we are currently ambushed?
No, the ambush is over. You guys murdered all the ambush. Well, you murdered one ambusher and the others took off running.
Okay. And so it's what, midnight?
Yeah.
Were we sleeping?
Oh, you were.
Well, didn't he have the dream thing?
Yeah.
He had that before he woke up, before the ambush began.
Oh,
I thought there was one after
yeah, I
also.
thought there was one after.
Well,
No.
Okay.
suggestion: find a new place to sleep and continue doing that.
I do agree.
Very well. Let's go find someplace, shall we?
We'll murder everything we see.
Okay. So in the area where you are, there's obviously the river, and then there's this kind of like shore clearing. It's kind of just a place where the trees back away from the river a little bit further than the rest of the area. The sand comes up a little bit further. I mean, it's not much of a clearing, but it is something. So you guys go and look for a more suitable place to sleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that he's probably our best as far as survival goes, as far as finding someplace.
Yes.
I
Okay.
will assist
I'm
you.
gonna go scout ahead.
Okay. Give me a survival roll.
May the great devourer watch over you. And give you guidance.
I will assist.
Gluttoner, not devourer.
I already said
Devourer
I'd
is something
assist.
else.
Oh,
Yeah.
Double assistance and
Double
guidance.
Assistance, yeah.
So that gives you advantage.
17 plus 7 plus
Roll a d4.
2.
So that's 26. And then roll again because you have advantage. See if you get any higher.
2.
And then did you add the d4?
Yes, that's another 2 though.
Okay. Well, with the 26, that beats the crap out of your 9, whatever that is, 11. You go off into the woods. You start looking around, and you notice there is a larger hollowed out log that's laying there near the tree, or near the inside the forest. You go in, you inspect it. You know what to look for as you're looking inside this log, and you uncover a few poisonous bugs that you're able to get rid of.
Seems like a very suitable place to stay.
Bugs?
Oh, ew. Bugs. Filthy creatures.
Are they like a third of what you eat?
You take. Did you actually eat one?
Oh, yeah.
You take 3 poison damage.
I walk over and I eat one of the same bugs, and I'm immune to poison that I get from eating something.
Then I go. Then I go.
I walk over. Need salt.
I'm like, that's dreadful.
I just look at you guys like, and I go just find a corner and go to sleep.
Water. I need water.
Okay, so what it is, there's not really a corner, there's more just ends with where he found, unless you want to sleep outside the log.
I doubt I will fit in the log, so I will sleep outside.
I will find a corner in a log.
Stupid way to
I'm
lose.
going to curl up against my great stag.
That's true. We have 2 individuals that do not fit inside the log at all.
On the plus side, between the two of us, we could probably carry the log and all its occupants.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
The new method of transportation.
You can just keep rolling the log with people in it. That's a good, efficient way to do it. But I'm going to create like a little.
Oh, no, I probably couldn't
I'm
actually.
going to create like a little cocoon in the log.
I go to the
Bunch up in
center.
there.
I could
Get some
lift it, but
moss.
not carry it.
It's some moss. Make myself a little
You
rock
could drag it
pillow.
probably.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I could probably drag it by myself, but between the two of us, we definitely
And I'm going to head to bed.
could. Okay.
Going to bed.
So I will. I'm feeling relatively unburdened by our recent encounter. I'll take first watch. Krosong will assist whoever takes watch.
So this will be. So if you guys want to continue, if I remember correctly, Rowan took the first watch, and
So this
we
would
were
be the last
in.
watch?
Well, this will be the end of the second watch. There's
two more
like
watches.
a few. Yeah, there's a couple more hours left, and the second watch
I was
was
taking
being
this-
done by Aldrich. So if you want to continue the same rotation, you can, or you can change things up.
All right, everyone, go to sleep. I'll finish up my job.
If you insist.
We got all our
Push.
items, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
we-
you guys found everything.
Okay.
You
I was about to ask that.
because you had a freaking disgustingly good roll. Yeah, everybody, the boat got washed away with pretty much all of their stuff in it, and freaking Thaldris just gets in the water and finds it all immediately because he rolls just unholy good on his stupid rolls.
I changed my mind. I'm going to go explore the forest around the perimeter a little bit.
Okay, just so you know, I guess that's not entirely true. Yeah, you can do that because you were asleep for the first watch and then a good portion of the beginning of the second watch. So, doing that, you won't take exhaustion. You can still get a full rest.
I couldn't sleep very well, so I just got back up.
Okay, go. What kind of things are you looking for?
Just looking for any signs of other life around, like other humans or creatures, or other signs of camps or footprints or anything like that.
Okay, give me an investigation.
Survival?
No, yeah, I'll let you use a survival roll on that one.
And the bugbear goes out on his own.
Cross
17?
out, turns to you.
Does
17?
17. Anyone want
I'm
to
not
assist
gonna
me?
do
We're not with
We
you.
don't know what you're
you
doing.
left
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
by yourself.
Everyone else is asleep,
Oh.
or
Him and goes
except
on.
for him.
that.
I'm
Before
standing watch.
I fell
As I
asleep,
just pass you.
I would have pulled out a picture and muttered some words, put it away, and then
What do you mutter to the picture?
Words.
basically I mutter, "What have I gotten myself into? I miss you," and can't wait until I get home.
Okay, what did you roll?
17.
I would say that you would
Okay.
all my spices.
As you're looking around, looking for signs of life,
Life finds you. Just kidding.
you find a couple of tracks, or a few sets of tracks. Actually, that's a good point.
What kind of tracks are
Okay. Yeah, so you find some tracks. You got a 17?
17.
Okay. So you can't discern what kind of tracks they are, but you can see where they're going. Do you follow them for a little bit?
Yeah, I want to see how far they go.
Okay. So you take a couple of things. First, you follow them backwards for a bit, and you do notice that they pass by the location where the ship got ambushed. And then while following them forward, you can tell that they kind of circle the log where you guys are camped out. They're in a circle pattern. Every now and then you can see it. They probe a little bit forward and then they retreat.
Okay.
Something interesting about them is it looks like one. So it's definitely a set of tracks, but one side of the tracks is a lot smaller than the other.
I'm going to cast Commune with Nature.
Okay. Would you like to read me the spell and tell me what it says?
You briefly become one with nature and gain the knowledge of the surrounding territory. In the outdoors, the spell gives you knowledge of the land within 3 miles of you, in caves and other natural underground settings. The radius is limited to 300 feet. The spell doesn't function where nature has been replaced by construction, such as in dungeons and downs. And instantly gain knowledge up to 3 facts of your choice about any of the following: terrain and bodies of water, prevalent plants, minerals, animals, people, powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, influence from other planes of existence and buildings.
So you can be like, what is it that left these tracks?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
gonna
So it
go.
gives you general information about the land for a mile.
Yeah, I'm going to do.
3 miles, I think it's
3 mile radius.
I'm going to do.
I think so.
What is it? See if there's any. I guess I'll pick prevalent, powerful celestials. See if there's anything in the area like that.
Okay. You can also
Yeah.
ask more specific questions,
Okay.
like about these tracks particularly.
Specifically, what type are they? Like human?
Okay. So first off, what does it look like when you cast this spell?
So I just kind of inhale, and it kind of my eyes are like slits. Kind of like a little, and I kind of, there's a little bit of glowing emitting from my head. There's a little bit of like, my eyes start to, do like cat-like reflexes.
Now he snorts a grasshopper.
And I go, they're like, dragonfly.
The circle of life.
Yeah. So yeah, I kind of emit a low glow when I have my beast senses. My eyes start to glow a little bit.
Okay. So, as a general sense, you can feel, in a 3-mile radius. The river here is not as highly trafficked as other areas of the river. You're pretty far north. You're close to the border of Bailey. And so the traffic coming down this river, for one, the river's smaller in this area. It's an inlet into the main river, and so the boats coming are smaller. The amount of stuff actually being shipped down and up is less. So just it's less traffic than normal. There are some roads nearby, but they're more like little footpaths. Even though the river is smaller, it is still one of the more efficient ways to move about.
Mm-hmm. Can I see any animals in that region, or like near me, like right now?
Yeah, so there's a good amount of wildlife around. 3 miles is pretty big. Loads of bugs, loads of insects.
But I ask a little creature, like a little bunny rabbit or something. Is there like good-sized game or like mini-sized game?
Most of it's small game. There is some larger ones. Like, you can tell that there's a herd of deer within the 3 miles around you. You don't know where.
Yeah.
You don't know the direction. You just know that within 3 miles there's a decent herd of deer.
Did those tracks come to an end that he was following, or?
He has not reached the end.
Yeah, I'm still gonna walk down it, but I'm gonna ask like a little creature. Is that okay?
Yeah.
If I can see it. Like ask, like.
So yeah, as you're walking, you're communing with nature, and you're feeling all of this stuff, all of this like just general 3 mile radius stuff, and then like a little like a rabbit made out of light. Very dim, but you can tell that this is an aspect of the forest that you have summoned through your use of magic.
So I kind of kneeled down and said, hello.
Hello.
Just wondering if you've seen any goings on in the forest around this area.
Goings around? Oh, there's a lot going on. What are you looking for?
Specifically, if you've seen any humans around here.
I assume you mean like humanoids. not
Humanoids.
humans.
Or
Yeah, there's a cluster of them sleeping in a log nearby.
oh dear.
And there's you. The rabbit actually
it's us.
points at you.
Oh, then I was like, oh, he means us.
There were some others that, they were moving in a hurry though. They're nowhere near here anymore.
What were they running? Were they running from something?
Well, yes. There was a great fight on the river, and they appeared to be defeated.
Could you happen to be talking about my group?
Yeah. Well, you're not the ones that were running, but the other humanoids, they were running. Running from you, I think.
Okay. Can you tell me what general direction they're in?
Oh, they went all over the place. They scattered. Some of them went north, some of them went east, northeast, west, northwest. They scattered. I don't think any of them stuck together.
Okay. Did you see how many there were in a group? Like if there was any clusters of them that stuck together?
And it starts to, the light starts to wither, and it just is sitting there thinking, and it goes, get 3 as it starts to fade away.
You get 3 questions with the spell. But you can cast it infinitely. So wait another 10 minutes and be like, now, what were we saying?
Do you wait 10 minutes?
I'll wait 10 minutes.
Okay.
So you do your ritual again?
Yeah.
The
'Cause I
same
wasn't done.
the same rabbit comes walking up.
Listen here, you little punk.
Hey, you called me again.
All right.
You pick it up by the scruff of the neck. It doesn't seem to be that phased, but
it's just kind of like, as I was saying.
and it's weird. Like you can feel it, though you can tell that it's not amorphous or it's not solid. Though you can feel it, you can pick it up.
Just looking at it, kind of like, picking it up. Interesting. Also, another question. You would happen to have seen a dragon around these parts, have you?
Yeah.
Do you know its direction?
Which one?
Color. What color was it?
Which one?
One that you saw most recently.
Oh, he was blue.
What?
Blue. Do you know what direction he went?
He just looks down at the tracks. I
Ah.
think you were already on that.
Ah, well, that answers my question. Thank you. As I set him down. Have a berry. Just kidding.
Is that all I can help you with?
Yes, thank you. You were very helpful. On your way now.
As it fades back away.
Where my senses go, ooh, and everything fades away.
Okay.
Now I'm just going to continue on that path.
Okay. You start continuing down the path, down the tracks. Okay. So you're going to follow them for about another 15 minutes. And it's going to lead you back to the logs. Sean,
Yes.
would you please make a perception check?
Yes.
With advantage, because Crow Song is assisting.
Oh, what a lovely bird.
Thanks, it's out of switch.
Oh, that's not good for anyone who needs to see things.
With advantage?
Even with advantage, 17.
That's not bad.
I rolled a 10. It's
Exactly.
not great. What? Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm above average.
Um,
My dice
I'd
should
get a
be.
13 with that
Shame.
roll.
So, as you start coming by, it leads you back to the log. In the mouth of the log, you can see you can see Aldrich standing there on watch. You see him approach.
And then
Say
I just-
anything?
Did you have a nice pee?
He's been gone like 30 minutes.
I know.
Ah, good sir.
Some people
Glad
just
you
take that on.
maintained your safety and didn't jeopardize our location.
I was just merely searching through the woods. Just seeing what was ahead.
Yeah.
Anyway, good night.
Shame. Good thing you didn't wander down a tunnel by yourself into a foggy cavern.
It's one of my character's weaknesses is what I make his personality traits is somewhat oblivious to the fact that he was like
Yeah,
in a super dangerous area. He's
you're
like-
good. It's just funny.
But he's like, anyway, good night.
Good night.
Okay.
Who's my next on watch? Is it you?
Me.
I will say bird. You should wake up your. What do you even call you? I know you're the familiar.
My name is Croissant.
That's nice, Croissant. Wake up the tall one.
He's not the tall one.
The not as tall one, but still tall. I don't know anyone's names.
He is the mage priest of...
Hallgrim
You know.
Goodmanson, the guy you've been traveling with for the last week.
Yeah, it doesn't matter memorizing anyone's names.
He is the mage priest of the
He's a hard
gluttoner.
Huh?
He's a hired hand.
Gotcha.
You
Goodmanson.
don't-
Wake up
He is
to
a
Mr.
hired hand.
You don't get attached.
Goodmanson.
Hand, stomach, and mouth of the great one who will eat all.
Tell me more. Tell me why I shouldn't be worried.
He hasn't eaten you.
Alright, I'm going to bed.
I assume you wake up Hallgrim?
No, Crowsong would come get me. Crowsong was just defending my honor.
Oh,
He
okay.
called the bird anyway.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
With advantage and guidance, because I'm going to be praying all night. 22.
Okay. And then, what is your passive investigation, Luke?
My passive investigation is 15.
Okay. So, as you're sitting there, this is shortly after you wake up, like maybe 5 minutes. There is a soft glow that starts to come from just a little ways past the mouth of the log, and the glow starts to resolve into the shape of a man. As you're looking at this, you can clearly tell that this is an illusion.
Okay.
The image of the man steps forward. He's, his facial features are a little indistinct. They seem to be like he's wearing a hood that's shrouding his facial features. He's in a long cloak, and he just kind of steps up a little ways out of the brush. You can see that like the leaves kind of get pushed away as he comes out, and there's no more glow. Like you can tell that this is something that you weren't exactly supposed to see, that this was a glow to an illusion. The man just stops and raises a hand in greeting and says, "Hello."
Greetings, traveler. Do you wish to share in our morning meal? If you do, you are welcome at our fire. If you do not, I warn, it is offensive in my culture, so you must come up with a good excuse.
In a way, I do. I know of who you are, and I have the means to assist, though I have a few stipulations to
You know who
assist
I
you.
am? Do you know of my great cause?
I do not. I know of the hunt that your party embarks on.
Indeed.
However, if I am to come out and pitch my assistance to you, I must require an assurance that I will not be harmed.
I promise you, so long as you are not a threat to me or mine, or an impediment to our shared journey, then I will not kill you.
Can you promise that you will dissuade your friends from harming
I
me?
will encourage them to the best of my mighty ability. But I will not physically restrain them. That's going too far. I don't know them that well.
Okay. He sits there and thinks a minute. Well, more like he freezes for a minute.
Like somebody put pause on the video.
Yeah.
Like the video mute. Okay, as soon as that happens, I'm gonna start talking to him. Now you must understand, like, I know that not everyone, that everyone's gonna be offering you food, and you have to make sure that you have to reserve the space for the right meal. But I prepare a fantastic breakfast of robin's eggs. Let me tell you. You have to get a lot of eggs, though, which is very good that I have a raven familiar that can assist me. And I'm just gonna talk to his thing the whole time.
Near his feet, about 2 or 3 feet in front of where he is, a small amount of dirt is just, moved away.
Okay.
And you hear another voice say, "I do love robin's eggs."
Very well.
As coming out of the ground, slowly, first you can just make out a slit eye, then a scaled blue head, followed by the shorter, much skinnier body of a blue dragon wormling, with a shriveled front foreleg and a shriveled right wing.
Okay. I think I need to make a wisdom saving throw. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay. Let's see, what is that? That was 22. Okay. I'm going to say, are you the one that conducted the illusion to greet us?
Indeed. It is dangerous for me to reveal myself without first assuring and warning.
Very well. So being as you are rather of the same familial lineage as the one that we seek to hunt and destroy, why should I trust anything you say?
Because I hate them.
That's an inside check. Not very perceptive, but I am insightful. 21.
As he says that, you notice that, he says, I hate them. And there's kind of a look of just anger in his eyes. You're not really that good at picking up dragon emotions. I mean, you've had a few
I've had
dealings.
some experience. Granted, it was usually anger, fear, and pain.
Yeah. Like, there's definitely anger there. It's not the kind of anger that you're used to seeing in dragons. Because,
Yeah, I know.
And there's like a slight, scowl, but half smile that comes across his face, or at least the dragon equivalent. You feel like he is truthful about that, at the very least.
I wish I had detect thoughts prepared.
And as he kind of looks at his shriveled forearm and shriveled wing, and then looks back at you, you see, my father doesn't have much use for the disfigured.
I don't know how I got these scars. Sorry.
I see you're a decrepit one that has been cast aside. I do have some understanding of this. My uncle was less than appreciative of my existence as a half-breed. But eventually we came to an understanding.
I hope this understanding has prepared you for the hunt that you are on.
I reach up and rub the leather collar around my neck. I hope so as well.
Good. Do your friends, should we wake them?
They require at least another hour and 45 minutes of sleep before I will raise them.
It's very
If you attempt to, I will physically intervene.
I understand.
And I should warn you, I am confident I could destroy you.
I am confident as well.
Very well.
He kind of chuckles.
Have a seat.
May I have some robin's eggs?
I don't have them yet. I will go and fetch them as soon as my companions raise.
Okay.
Crosong will attend you, and Crosong will go and land on his shoulder, and I will keep a prepared. What do I got that I could do through him? Do I have inflict wounds prepared?
I'm prepared.
Okay, I'll just keep. What's it called? Shocking grasp, constantly prepared to go through if I need to.
Okay. So he kind of curls up. This wormling is, to give you a visual, example of what he is. He looks more like an Eastern dragon.
Okay.
He has not filled out. He is long and slender.
He's more sneaky.
Yes. Though he is, as I mentioned, disfigured. His forearm is shriveled up as is his wing. Better than that, small Eastern blue dragon.
Can I make a medicine check?
Yes, you may.
Is this something that could be healed with something less than regeneration?
Yeah, go ahead and just make a check.
19.
This probably not.
Yeah.
It looks long term.
Okay.
It looks like this has been an affliction that he's had for quite some time. Like you don't see any scarring. It looks more like a severe birth defect.
I'm more wizard than priest, so I can't fix that.
Yeah.
So, okay, fair enough. I will continue the rest of my watch, and then I will wake up whichever one of them I think is best rested first.
Okay. Honestly, probably Oriton.
Okay. So I'll take over watching the worm while while Crowsong flies over to you and says, "Awake! There's a dragon in the camp."
What? I'm just kind of like looking
Hey,
around
Mike.
now.
As you
What would I
roll out
roll
the
to see if that would
rubber.
wake me up?
Well, he's outside. We're
Give
inside.
honestly, no. What is your passive perception?
18.
Okay, because you are not sleeping restfully. So you don't hear and understand what is said, but you are woken by some sort of squawk.
And then I'll say, "My apologies, my familiar is less than subtle in its expressions, but it is valiant in the faith, I promise."
Just a little ways past him, you do see the curled up form of a blue dragon wormling, with its head kind of perched up on its mid body, kind of just looking at
So
you. And
this is outside lore.
Yeah.
and
No,
Hulk.
I wouldn't
Can I
have
wake
lighted
up
the
and turn
light. If
over
it had tried,
and
I
see
would
what's
have.
going on? 'Cause I'm
Give me a perception.
And
check.
I've got the juice to do it right now, so.
And my elk is now standing behind me, looking over me.
And I'm not looking at you when I say that. I'm keeping my eyes on it in a very somewhat creepy, polite half grin until Crowsong flies back over and lands on its shoulder. Then I'll take my eyes off.
19.
So
You wake up.
I go.
Again, you don't hear what is said, but you do wake up to
as
some
I
squawk.
I look over. I'm like,
What's the story here?
aren't you in the log?
He is
Yeah,
betrayed
I'm
by
with
his family
Yeah,
and
you're
offers
not in
us
the law.
assistance if we can trust
Oh.
him.
I
Would
just
you
wake
take
up,
over
you
the
hear
watch
from
while I go
Yeah.
fetch us our breakfast?
So
Yeah.
at
Okay.
the squawk, I'm gonna be like, "What's going on?"
And then I'll tell you the same thing I told him. It's been betrayed by its kin. Would you take over watch while I go fetch us breakfast?
Oh, I didn't come out the log. I just yelled.
Yeah, I know. And I'll
So
tell
I
you
have
that.
no idea what.
I'm gonna
we
come out of the
betrayed.
log.
Yeah, I know. But I still tell you that, and then if you step out, then you'll probably put two and two together.
So
If you step out, you do see, again,
when you
the
say
curled blue dragon
it's
wormling.
been betrayed, I'm like, what? So I will step out, and as soon as I see it, my sword will appear in my hand, and will
I'll say, "Oh, do not be alarmed. If I wished, I could destroy it with a thought. Besides, my my brother has arisen," and I'll gesture over to you, walking over with your greatsword.
So, for everyone's edification, the dragon that you saw last night was a young blue dragon. It's, it's fully, it's looking like a Western dragon.
Right.
It's filled out.
this one's
It's
not.
it's decently large. This one is the same size as a person. It's quite a bit smaller. You can assume that means it's quite a bit younger. But
Still a blue dragon, and right now I'm
Yeah.
a vendetta against all blue dragons.
yes.
I would also say, from my body language, I am not concerned about it being a physical threat, especially now that people are getting out.
Okay, I'm
And
gonna.
you do know I'm a dragon hunter, so
Yeah. No.
take that as you want.
I get out of the log though.
No, you weren't. Hallgrim wasn't there with Torah.
No. But either way, I'm going to say, you may all begin your discussions. I shall return with fresh robin's eggs. Hopefully, if not, charred robin's corpses. Either way, it suffices. And I'm going to go look for something cute that I can burn.
Can't give me a survival check.
I'm not good at this, but I have a bird to assist me. Woohoo! That's a 6. I rolled a 1 and a 3.
Okay. You find two things.
Okay.
One, some a group of large spiders on the side of a tree.
How big is large?
They're like large wolf spiders.
So,
Yeah.
Good.
As well as an anthill.
Crow's on. Breakfast for you. I'll have to pull from the dried food. And I'll return. I think I have like 40 days of rations.
It was neither cute that you found, nor was it really.
If it had been more spiders, I would have fried up some spiders. But yeah.
But yeah, I come out of the log.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
eyes
have
are kind
40
of
days of rations.
still like waking up. I just look at the dragon, the one that's got the weird, shrill on it, and then I go like, ooh.
Make a just general intelligence check.
So I'll come back and I'll say, apologies, the robins are fearful this morning. I'll have to dip into the dried reserves. And then I'll reach deep, like up to my shoulder in the bag of holding and begin pulling out food for breakfast.
10? Okay. Looking at this dragon, seeing its one arm and its other, it kind of starts to click in your mind that last night, the tracks you were following, one, like the pair, one was larger than the other one by a good degree.
And I go like, it was you. I don't know why I pointed over there.
There's
It was you.
he curls up his mouth in a strange dragon smile and just goes, I was afraid you were going to spot me. Only 50 more feet and I would have been forced to flee.
I wasn't looking to kill anyone.
People don't generally like my kind.
Especially him.
Especially when
Especially him.
my kin were involved in battle with them the same night.
Understandable. What are you doing here?
Seeing if I can broker a deal. All of you do except for you. Because you were in the night of the nightmare.
Right. I'm pretty sure that's what this exhaustion one's from.
Yes.
I go like, what's
So
wrong with
I'm
you?
not adding the
Yes, no, you do not have to add another exhaustion. That is the one that you were at.
I look at him. What is wrong with your appendages?
Well, when I was born, the priests overseeing the egg clutch said that I was probably too far up against one side of the egg wall while I gestated. And so my limb and my wing did not grow in properly.
How have you survived out here this long?
By being smarter.
Interesting. What is this business deal?
Well, you all are on a mission to slay my father.
So therefore, how can we trust you?
Yeah,
Oh, 'cause
can we trust you?
Tarak has no need for the enfeebled or the broken. One of his most shameful days was the day that I beat out the rest of my clutch for the right to live. And so he named me the shame of himself.
That's literally your name, the shame of himself, or the shame of Turok.
My name is Tarak Nan.
Alright. So
I have a
Alderac-
wonderful recipe for naan. I'll have to prepare it later.
so Alderac begins to sniff and wakes finally and says, I smell a dragon. And I get up.
It's joining us for breakfast, one way or the other.
Let me know when I can start cutting. I start drawing my blade.
Not yet. It is discussing. It might be of aid.
Yes. I have certain knowledge that may assist you in what you are pursuing.
Tell me this, how do I get him out of my mind?
Does he invade your dreams?
Yes, as you can tell, I am still sleepy, angry, and ticked off.
My father does not innately have the ability to cause that to happen. He has acquired a number of things, items of worth over the many years that he's been alive. The particular item I'm speaking of is a ring that he may put upon his claws. It allows him to replicate a certain spell that allows him to invade the dreams of others, causing them to have restless nights. Or, in less malicious ways, he can instead communicate. Each night he does have to attempt. Your will is the only defense that you truly have at sleep. The only other thing I can think of is to rid him of that item. What did you do to warrant his attention and use of this ring on you?
I reach into my pocket and pull out a dragon tooth. I believe this was your brother. Or from your brother.
He did not fall last night. Torah?
Did he have a name?
You slew Torah.
Sure.
Oh.
Is that the only brother you have? Do you have... I just know I slew a dragon. I don't know if we have
Yes,
anything.
that would piss him off quite a lot. Torah is his favorite child.
I think the correct answer is was.
Torah was his favorite child, the eldest of us, though he was an idiot.
Clearly, he got bested by me and others.
That
Yes.
is true. That was before I joined your little band.
He did not listen to instruction like the rest of us. Father saw his arrogance as playful and fun and something to adore, though it left Torah in extreme weakness.
And 6 feet under.
And 6 feet under. Yes.
Actually, I think he is 6 feet under.
No, I'm pretty sure you guys
I think
left.
I left him in the river.
Yeah, you guys left what remained of his carcass after you ate it.
Hence why I
Because we
left
had
it in.
another cook then.
Yes, because you had another cook then.
Hence why I left it in portion in the river.
Very
Yes.
essential cooks.
Unfortunately, I think we lost like all of the scales and stuff on the boat because we got our gear back, but not the other stuff.
Yep.
So, get this
We were
straight.
gonna use it.
You got
as
shamed
armor.
by your father?
Yeah. And also
No,
some
no,
other
no.
weapons.
Not
I still have
shamed.
a tooth.
Cut off.
You can make a real
He
nice
holds
dagger. It's a +1/+1.
the inheritance which should rightfully be mine. Well, I guess not rightfully, but it will be mine either way.
What is this
I
inheritance?
have a question. Say we kill your pa, and anyone else who's standing in your way, what do you get?
I desire his lair.
Yeah, that's nice, but what, like, do you become the new dragon? Do you,
Pardon me, I must
You know,
fetch
I need-
other ingredients. No water.
What do you get, like, other than
Roll.
land?
Are you actually going to get more ingredients?
No,
Do you have to roll a deception check?
maybe.
Have I ever heard of?
I'm not in a state to disagree with anything.
Hold on one
3.
second. All right.
Have I ever?
I must go get ingredients.
He looks at you like, good one.
Have I ever heard of? Is it dragonling? What do you call them?
Wormling?
Have you ever heard
Yes.
of wormlings taking layers or even having them?
Yes. I mean, a lair is kind of it's the dragon's home.
Right.
Blue dragons are a little odd because they're a little more familial than other colored dragons, chromatic dragons. So, generally the older, like the young ones, will live with their parents for longer.
So he's basically just a tiny little dragon.
Yes, wormlings are
He's gonna grow big someday.
the youngest of the dragons. Yes.
Okay. Had to make sure. 'Cause
Someday.
In some mythology, wormlings are not dragons in any way, shape, or form, other
Yeah,
than
so-
they are wormlings.
So they are essentially
dragon-like.
still a dragon.
Yeah. Go ahead and actually, I should have had you do this. Go ahead and give me either a history or an arcana roll.
For
This knowledge.
would nature have
Anything
worked?
more that you may get. No.
Okay. History or arcana?
Yes, nature would work, but it'll give you different things.
That's fine. Let me see what history and arcana are doing.
When I
these
get
days.
out of earshot, I'm going to cast message to him and whisper.
The dragon?
No, to him.
Oh.
Do not fret about what he gets.
Arcana.
We'll kill him before dawn.
Let's see. 19?
And that was nature?
No, that's Arcana.
That was Arcana. Okay.
That's
Yeah,
right.
so dragons take lairs. It's where they keep their valuables. You know, especially blue dragons, they're very territorial. They like to establish a lair and then reign over the area. Generally, they take their lairs in deserts. So being here is kind of odd. Being that you guys are in a pretty northern forest. You're in an area where it's starting to get cold. The trees are a little more pine. Like it's not winter. There's no snow, but it's
Fall.
Yeah, it's a colder
Autumn.
area. It's definitely not a typical desert where blue dragons would normally hang out. You also know that lairs, the presence of a dragon taking a lair generally affects the area around it.
Right. Question number 2. We were hired to assist BCI, correct?
You were hired to hunt a dragon.
I was. That's right. So I was hired to hunt a dragon. Gotcha. Was there a reason we're hunting him other than kill the dragon?
We have evidence that it is helping with Sam's, or at least contributing to the Sam situation, even if it isn't an ally necessarily.
Gotcha.
And also, even if it was its own problem, if reinforcements were starting to get sent north, an ancient dragon and its spawn in the area may not take kindly
Yeah,
upon
no, I'm totally for killing that dragon. I'm just trying to think of a reason not to kill this one right here and right
It's also
now.
got some good cheddar.
Yeah. So,
Cheddar tastes good.
So, convince me on why you're beneficial.
I have inside knowledge to what you seek.
I mean, I've seen the insides of dragons before. It's not a big deal.
Well, of course. Do you know where Turok is?
My nose has a few tips. I mean, I got 2 nose holes.
Yes.
It's a joke.
Yes, he's very hygienic.
Maybe he digs holes in the ground. I don't know. Anyway,
Do
I'll
you
return
know?
to that this point.
Do you know anything about his defenses? About those who aid him?
no, but I mean, I've dealt with worse.
Well, clearly, I am not one to take on my father. And for the price of his lair, I will give you the knowledge that I have to assist you in making it much more likely that you will succeed.
I need to up the ante one more on your end. Because I need a good reason to not be coming back to kill you.
A reason for you to not come and kill
I will
me?
be coming back. If you are a problem dragon just like your father, it's gonna happen.
So,
Because I promised that
Before-
I'm going to leave Bailey.
Ah, there's the clutch.
I'm going back to the islands.
Then I'm confused. For what do you need the lair if you will be leaving?
But there's a magic item there, just for him.
Well, he didn't say the things in the lair, just the lair.
before he responds, I'm going to kick on Zone of Truth.
Okay. What's the DC?
Charisma 16. And everybody that's within 15 feet has to do it.
Okay, that's pretty much everybody at this point. Everyone needs to make a charisma save.
Does that include
Wait, I'm
me?
not sorry.
It does.
Yes.
Okay.
I got an 8. I must tell the truth. Crow Song
What was it again?
got a 20.
Charisma.
Crow Song
A
does not
charisma
have to
save?
tell the truth.
I got a 10. I have to tell the truth.
Charisma save?
Yep.
That's
Alright,
right.
23.
23.
Yeah, you guys.
Oh wait.
Oh yeah, everyone
right.
next to him gets a bonus.
Oh,
I mean, I rolled a
How much of a
natural
bonus?
a natural
Let me.
3, so
Or is
even
it
with his
advantage?
bonus, I doubt it.
Or is
No,
it-
it's a bonus. It's equal to your charisma.
So his charisma bonus becomes our bonus?
No, it gets added to our save.
That's what I meant.
Is that for anybody around you?
Anyone that he includes.
Okay. Are you including the dragon?
Say no.
No.
That didn't make a difference anyway.
I still would fail anyway.
Yeah, he failed bad.
What's your DC?
16, right?
16.
I have
Because
0
I rolled
charisma.
3 plus 6.
Still roll it.
Minus
plus
I don't.
4?
No, just
I won't.
zero.
I won't fail.
You still need to
So
roll
what'd
it.
you
It's
roll?
a, it's a
Charisma?
saving
It's
throw.
4.
6?
Plus 4? So
So-
it's 27.
I got 13. I failed.
I'm at
Crow Song
14.
got
I'm not a very charismatic person.
21.
6.
That's a good bird.
So us three failed.
I think Rowan succeeded.
She's got high charisma.
Yeah. So yeah, you two and Rowan don't need to tell the truth. Everyone else does, including the dragon, and you are aware of it. You are aware of every single person who succeeded and who failed.
Congratulations.
Ah, yes, the zone of truth.
So-
A long-held tradition of ensuring truthfulness in a circle.
What was the who asked the last question?
Sometimes I love and hate you.
But I make you breakfast. That's how it works out.
As long as you don't put people in it.
I don't know anything about that.
What was the last question you
That's
guys
me
asked?
saying
Yeah.
that.
What was the last question that was asked? It was over here.
I asked, why do you need the lair if you're going to leave?
Yeah.
That is because my father has certain preparations that allows him to bring his lair.
Now that is interesting. You understand that we will not accept this deal if it does not involve clearing his lair of valuable things before we give it to you.
I completely understand.
Very well, then I see no issue with this.
I don't desire any of the things within his lair, only the lair.
Whoa. He doesn't want them.
That's because he understands he's in a position of get eaten or give us what he wants.
And
What
frankly,
we want, rather.
I have thousands of years more to live. I will grow.
This is true. He will.
More meat.
What?
Did you say that out loud?
Yes. Just because I'm not the one who will kill the dragon, somebody else will
He
kill
could be.
the dragon.
I'm like,
This is part of your
he's
culture.
lying. He's not affected.
Affected?
He would know I cast Zone of Truth.
He's also young. He may not know what it is.
Okay, he would know I cast a spell then.
Wait, no. Doesn't the description?
It says verbal and somatic.
Yeah, but in the description, I think it says that they understand what they're under the effects of.
Also, he would know for
An
other
affected
reasons.
creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie.
Yeah, he's totally aware of what happened.
Yeah.
He doesn't look surprised at all that he's compelled to tell the truth.
Let me ask you a question, young dragon. How old are you?
I am in my 150th year.
Impressive.
Indeed. Do you know the location of any repositories of magic lore that I could use to expand my arcane repertoire in the pursuit of our joint mission?
Not in Bailey.
Well, I mean, I have the means to be on other continents.
Well, and
Theoretically, at least.
in the islands, there are some. They're a bit more, you would call them backwards. You've met some of them. They were firing bolts of fire at you last night.
Indeed.
Yes, they,
Do you know if they keep any scrolls or spellbooks here?
my father does. For what purpose, other than the fact that he may say that he has them, slew great wizards, I know not. He cannot use them. But there's the problem that they are kept within his lair.
Indeed.
You would know more about repositories of knowledge here than I would.
I find myself in search of a particular spell that would be very useful in our endeavors. Very well.
Exciting.
Let's go to this.
Did you have a question?
Oh, hold
How
on.
does the verbal component
Before
work?
we just go to the lair.
You have to
wait.
say something.
For anything, or
Well, it would typically probably be like an incantation or something.
As a paladin, it would probably be a prayer
Yeah.
or some sort of exclamation of faith.
Like in Age of Empires, the priests say "Hoyo, hoyo."
Or, wait, what do they say? A woolululu or something like
Something
that?
like that.
A lolo, wolololo, wolololo.
So I'm gonna ask, which island are you planning to go to?
The home island of Shirbaka.
would I know this island?
Yeah, we've got two islands.
Oh yeah, you do. Roll history. You two.
I'm not gonna roll.
Who's the other?
Are you not an islander?
Technically,
Natural
we're
one.
underwater.
Yeah, but it's still in your neighborhood.
You have no idea where Shirbaka is. Sounds like it could be an
Would I
island.
know where it is?
He's a pirate.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can roll.
I have disadvantage.
Why?
What do I roll?
'Cause he's
Oh.
And it really sucks because my first roll was a 1 anyway.
History. By the way,
think you don't
You got
remember.
this.
Yeah.
Got this, barbarian.
You're
history.
tired.
You ever
Mhm.
roll parents? I feel like your character should just pass out.
Oh,
Wait,
Like rolling and then one again.
19.
19.
It's one of the more central
I'm
islands
not ready to have
of,
my.
of the lower continent, or lower Pelegro?
Pelagos?
Yeah,
Archipelago.
archipelago. There we go. The lower archipelago.
George, I know what this is.
It's not the biggest island down there, but it's a good size.
I've said
As-
this once, right? Sure.
Your captains that you always served under did not want to go near it, talking about, unhelpful locals,
You know how close that would be to
people
me?
that
Say,
were weird.
It's actually
Stories
just
I've
your-
said where I used to
just to
swim
the
there
east of the islands.
all of the time.
That's
Wasn't
what I-
true, but
So, when he does mention that, I'll just pull out a notebook, write down the name, and just write dragon.
And I was like, by the way, I have a solution to your nightly problems, but it will require me staying up for a little bit every night.
Neat.
You see, I just pay attention to when you start thrashing or your pulse races or whatever, so make sure that you start to panic in your dream, and then I dispel magic.
Can a vocal component be a whisper?
It can, but if
Like
you're
what-
trying to hide it, it would be technically either a stealth or a sleight of hand spell or roll.
Thinking about using a
For
cantrip.
and actually, yeah, for verbal,
Which
I
cantrip?
would make you do a stealth.
I can't pronounce
Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy, yes. that
Thaumaturgy.
one.
Well, I say that we treat this creature as with trust, as we do any creature that we would encounter. Trust, friendship, equality, until it betrays us, and then we kill it. Not yet.
No, breakfast. I need breakfast.
It's right there. I've been cooking this whole time.
As a first offering, I know 2 pieces of information that you might enjoy. One, I know where the group that attacked you is likely going to regroup.
That would be useful.
Second, if they're not there, I know the next place where they plan, or the last place that they could ambush you, should they... Someone's coming. I must hide. And he
Anybody got like a pocket?
disappears from view. Just...
Do you know what's funny? Somewhere in the middle of the river, there is an illusion of a very three-dimensional, from one direction image of the inside of a keep room where my room was in the ship, just floating above the river, and it will be there for all of time.
Or is it attached?
Well, I mean, but the ship doesn't exist anymore, but the illusion would.
Or is it...
Maybe it would be at the bottom of the river.
There's like this one board floating down the river.
Yeah, it's attached.
This, because it's like when you step into a wall of like a video game or something with like clipping, it starts to make things look weird because it's not designed to look from that perspective.
There's just like some kid swimming in the river as like the board passes nearby and he's like, "Ah!"
The image of my brother is just continuing, and then stepping through, and then coming back out, coming over, sitting down. Then gets up, walks over, opens the door, walks out.
just on loop.
Yeah. Because I can control it if I'm within 100 feet of it, but
I mean, it's not a bad living space other than,
it's not there.
So,
that guy.
So where he turned invisible, I will mutter a few words and cast an illusion of an enormous stone.
You just hear, appreciate.
And I turned to where he looked, with my sword still drawn.
Okay.
I fall to the ground thinking I'm hidden.
Reveal yourself, stranger. Join our breakfast fire. We offer our hearth. Well, we do not have a hearth, but we offer our humble meal to any who will join us. I will warn you, refusing is an insult in my culture. So if you've already had breakfast, prepare a good excuse.
Hello?
Come in.
Shh.
The bushes get moved aside,
Tread carefully.
and there's a half-elf woman wearing some well-worn travel clothing, as well as some leather armor. She's got a bow slung across her back, a couple hand axes, and she just kind of looks through, and she's like,
My friend is referring to the elk. It leaves massive dumps. Tread carefully.
I jump up and
"You
like,
can't lie."
Well, I mean, I can exaggerate. No, I can't actually. I've never seen it. I can assume it leaves massive dumps. It's huge. It's big enough I could ride it.
But is it real? Does it actually eat?
My pet, my familiar
But
does.
also,
It does
I
say
don't
you
doesn't
can't.
have
would
to.
imagine
but also,
he
I
would.
don't.
You can't speak
Okay.
a deliberate lie. So if he believes it,
Okay. But do you
Okay,
think that he...
let me rephrase that. He's referring to the leavings, and then I'll point at the giant elk, and then I'll say, "Giant elks leave massive dumps."
Okay, that is technically true.
There we go.
Okay.
Technicality. Then.
I'm gonna jump up and brandish my rapier.
I was
Are you
already-
related to the half-elf
already
companions that we
brandishing
had
my
on our
rapier.
boat that sunk?
What?
I'm already brandishing my rapier.
I'm loopy.
Are you a dragon hunter?
Because I had
Yes.
gone prone.
Yes, then you are
Thinking I
related
was
to
hidden.
the
How
two
do you-
gentlemen.
How do you know these... my brothers?
They were on a boat. They were half-elves. They hunt dragons. We're hunting a dragon. It seemed a likely coincidence.
Did it?
The gluttoner prepared
How did
the
you
feast
know I
table.
was here?
What can I say? Some among us are exceptionally perceptive.
Exceptionally.
Well, okay.
You are
She
quite wicked.
steps into the clearing. Are my brothers here?
No idea.
We
Shipwreck.
don't know if they're here. Shipwreck. Shipwreck?
Yes, as I said.
Boom.
Actually, I did not say. Never mind.
What do you mean shipwreck?
Our ship was
with
wrecked.
your brothers.
Kaboom.
Yep.
Can someone start from the beginning?
In
We were-
the beginning.
You see, what was that? That
We were
that
on a
one
boat
city?
pursuing.
Deep Send?
Not that beginning.
Oh.
We were on a boat
Where?
pursuing an ancient blue dragon. Your brothers had assisted us, or assisted some of them, these here, in taking down another blue dragon.
Oh, those guys.
Yes, them. And they
Piece
were
of
on a
fun.
boat. The boat was assaulted. The boat was exploded. The
They
boat
were
was
asleep.
lost.
By a dragon.
No. Did they get
Dragon.
off the boat?
There was a dragon.
I have no idea.
I think they got off the boat.
You were probably underground. You would have seen them crawling out of like the ballista porthole
Okay.
when the tidal wave hit the boat.
It depends on how good of swimmers they are. So we had no time to rescue them. I do apologize.
Tidal
Yes.
waves difficult.
Both me and you were caught up in it, weren't we?
Yes. I was washed a good ways downstream before I was able to avert my fate magically, as well as my large friend here. My equally large friend, and I pat you on the back.
My brothers were taken down the river in a tidal wave.
Would you
Did they
like me
swim?
to discern their location?
Are they good swimmers?
I mean, also maybe the tidal wave didn't kill
Okay,
them.
but a tidal wave.
Magic.
Can you?
Yes, I will need a drop of your
Neither
blood.
of them are magic.
No. The tidal wave was magic.
Because
Are
you know,
you okay?
tidal waves are
No.
normal in
Get a
rivers.
As I was saying, I need a drop of your blood.
Without even like a second thought, just
No. That's the hand you handle food with. Do it from your forearm.
It's too late now.
The number one source of infection from cooking is due to cuts in the hand. Fine, I'll use it.
He's a
I'm
cook.
sorry, but I'm not thinking about cooking right now. I'm thinking about the safety of my brothers.
I bonk her lightly with my staff and cast Cure Wounds.
He's a good cook.
Okay.
And then, I take some of the blood and I begin casting Scrying.
Okay.
Oh, she would have had to also do the charisma save when she walked close enough.
Okay. You are aware that she is not under the effects of Zone of Truth.
Okay, so I take my 10 minutes. I cast Scrying using both my familiarity with them and the blood of a family member. How much that benefits me is up to you. To assist in scrying the younger one. I don't remember their names.
That would be Karen.
Karen.
Karen?
Karen.
Kairn. What is the familiarity? What is that drop?
They are not aware of the fact that I'm scrying on them, so they can't just let me scry on them. I have met the target, but I do not know the target well, so that's no bonus or minus. And then I do not have one of their body parts. I do not have one of their possessions or garments, likeness, or picture, although I can create a minor illusion of one of them, so I have a likeness. But I do have a bit of blood of a relative. I mean, it's up to you whether that helps or not. It's not actually in the definition.
What is the bonus if you have one of like some of their blood?
Minus 10 to their save.
Okay.
So
Also-
just to give you an aware, possession or garment is minus 4, likeness or picture is minus 2.
Okay.
While he's doing this, I'm gonna
Did
go
we find
over,
any other stuff in
put
the
my
river?
hand on him, think I'm casting guidance, but really cast a message and say nothing.
Guidance wouldn't assist him in this anyway,
No.
but
Well,
you do you, my
I'm
friend.
half
think
out
so.
of it.
Okay.
Okay.
We didn't find any of their stuff in the river.
Any other gear?
What is the save?
That would be my spell save, so that would be
Like-
18.
Oh, I was gonna say like what, 28?
Oh, and it's either charisma or wisdom. Hold on. Oh, and I pull out my 1,000 gold piece silver mirror from my from my bag of holding, and it is a wisdom save, DC 18. But minus whatever the, well, minus at least 2 because I have the likeness with minor illusion. Do I have minor illusion today? I do not have minor illusion, but I still have an active major illusion, so I have a portion of the rock turn into an image of them. Pardon me, I need an image. And then just this image appears on the rock.
Okay, so it's a wisdom save.
Yeah, at least minus 2, and additional penalties, whatever you say.
Okay, of 18.
DC 18.
Okay, you just barely got it. Like, they got a 17 on that.
Gotcha.
Oh, wait a minute, I forgot. But then I subtract 5 because things.
Yeah.
So you catch a glimpse of someone just laying face down in the sand.
Like submerged?
They're half submerged in the water, but because of the requirements of Scry, you know
They
that they're
are,
at least
yeah.
alive.
Yeah.
How far can you see with Scry?
Scry is actually a little bit different than the one I get
Yeah.
from the soul one.
I think it's 15 feet away from the person,
Hold on.
if not less.
You can see. The sensor is within 10 feet of the target.
10, sorry.
You can see and hear through the sensor as if you were there. So no, there's
Okay.
no limit.
Okay, so yeah.
Oh, so the sensor has to be within 10 feet of them, but they can look in any direction.
Yeah, Matt's never
Ah.
really done it right.
See,
as
I thought
far
it
as
was
that goes.
you can only look from at them from
No,
10 feet away.
it's as if I was standing within 10 feet of them and I can see as if I was there.
That's cool. That's much better than any other scry. Yeah. The reverse should be a lesser scry. And all you know is that they're alive.
The advantage that the soul one has is it also gets the benefits of my senses, so I get like dark vision and stuff.
Okay.
But anyway.
So yeah, you're on a beach. It's nowhere near as large as the other one that you were on. I mean, it probably only goes up like 10, 15 feet, and then it's kind of like a big cliff that's probably 30, 40 feet tall. It kind of seems like this is a cutout of the river. He's, like I said, he's half submerged, but his face is out of the water. He's laying on his stomach. His arms are just kind of floating near him. His face is to the side. You can tell he's breathing, and he looks pretty bad. You're not certain if his wounds, like you can't really see his injuries. You know, any pain that he's in is from something on the inside, though he is unconscious.
Okay. So I will describe this as this is appearing, and I will cause the major image to change the surface into like a TV screen showing what I'm seeing.
Okay.
Because I don't have to be able to see the major image to affect it.
Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay.
See
So-
and hear through the sensors if you're there. Yeah.
So as well as like the river, you can also hear what sounds like people walking around on top of the cliff, but a bit in.
Okay. What are they saying?
It just kind of sounds like chit chat. You can hear a couple of like pieces of metal clinking against each other. You catch something about the captain being upset.
Do I recognize these voices? Well, I'll relay everything I'm hearing. Let's see.
Okay.
So he's alive.
Do any of you recognize this beach?
Do I recognize this beach?
Memory would be an ability check, right?
It's like an intelligence for memory. check.
Yeah. Yeah. Roll intelligence.
Can I do that as well? Because this
Yeah.
is downriver logic.
Yeah.
We came from downriver. I got a 17.
That's a 4.
21.
21 and 17. Okay. So from when you were on watch, you remember, you passed an area that looked like this. From on top of the ship, which stood up out of the water, you were able to catch a glimpse that, like the footpath road that kind of snakes and weaves around by where the river is. Like, so, you remember passing this spot.
Yeah. How about how far away is it from here? Would I be able to guess that?
When you saw it on your watch, it was about another hour before you guys got ambushed.
Now we're at what speed?
Last hour of travel.
Roll, Sean.
Yeah.
Roll. Do you have any sort of seamanship related skill?
Navigators, tool, driving.
I'm good with leather and smithery and thieves.
You don't know. You don't know how fast you guys were moving. You do know that you guys slowed down at night.
True.
But I mean, actual speeds varied a lot between nights. Sean, you have no idea how quick you were going, but it was about an hour's journey.
I could probably go get him.
If it is not too far, then with the assistance of our cloven-hooved friend, I could transport all of us. I point at Rowan when I say cloven-hooved friend. You don't have hooves.
No, but my elf does.
Yeah. Does anyone have a map, or does anyone have navigator's tools, for example?
She pulls out a map and just opens it up.
I go with boats.
Okay.
I'm very, very good
Yeah.
at those.
Do either of you have proficiency with navigator's tools?
I have vehicle water/air, which would mean I would understand the boat and how it travels.
It would be very basics for you, though. Navigator's tools
Mine's
is a separate
vehicles
tool
water.
proficiency.
I'm a pirate. I would
Yeah.
know very much how a boat works.
But not
Navigation.
not complicated navigation.
Was Rowan good?
It's a separate tool set.
I'm trying to remember. Because
Doesn't she have a
Stutter.
map?
She had a thing with maps, yeah. Public character did.
Can't.
I can. Well, you can. You just can't.
I don't think she did have a thing with maps because the way that we had her find you guys was with a very crudely drawn map
Yeah.
that
She
was
got
for
us,
her to understand and not anyone else. Stutter was the one who was doing most of the navigation. He had assistance from somebody.
Captain O'Bannon, I'm pretty sure.
No, because he was steering. Either way, looking at the map, you guys, whoever has water navigation or navigation water vehicles, whatever operation, whatever that was,
3 people.
go ahead and give me a roll with disadvantage.
I already have it anyways.
So you'll roll with disadvantage, and then you'll add your proficiency as well as your intelligence.
Proficiency.
Would this be considered an ability check then?
Yes, because it's an intelligence check.
Oh, I didn't hear you say intelligence.
What's the?
What's for proficiency?
Yeah, she has pan flute for her.
Say what?
What's
You see that at
When
the
you
end
add proficiency.
proficiency bonus right at
Oh,
the
there
end
it
of
is,
all
yeah.
stats.
Where is it?
I
Proficiency
got
bonus towards the top.
I got a 7, so I rolled a nat 1.
Where is it?
That's actually,
I have 15.
The dice are playing very well with my exhaustion.
what do I do?
You'll add plus 5.
Fly.
So you add plus 5 plus your intelligence
Yeah.
to whatever it is that
We
you
can
roll.
have Rowan turn one of us into a sperm whale, and then I can cast
Oh,
fly on the
15.
sperm whale.
15?
Yep.
Okay, that's actually enough.
The thing is, my flight.
that
is
was
10
with
minutes
disadvantage?
at a time.
Yes, I rolled
It's
2
a little
times.
spell slot, so it's not the other
Okay.
side for me.
Just cast haste on the
12.
Well, that's only going
12 total?
Still, that's good. Good
Okay.
start.
Yeah. Honestly, that's enough for you as well. So you guys are able to look at this map. You're not as familiar with maps as you are with the operation of water vehicles, but you picked up a little bit out of necessity.
16 times.
With her helping, because she has no idea about like how to track rivers, but she is good with landmarks. You guys are able to figure out where on the river
Probably goes away when I turn it
this spot could be.
Okay. How long would it take there? Get it there.
So if you walked there, it would take like 4 hours. If you moved quicker,
We're making plans.
How many feet are we talking?
it's 4 miles.
Quick.
Calculator.
4 miles to feet.
Because we have calculators right now in this game.
How fast can a huge
Quick.
beast move?
Sundial.
Faster.
Depends on if you have cast haste on them.
The
21,000
animal
feet.
actually has a movement speed.
60 feet?
On the animal, it would take you about an hour to gallop that distance. Because he floated. He was unpowered. He was floating. He did get hit by a tidal wave, but that dissipates after a while because magic.
Okay. I have a solution. And I turn to Rowan and I say, "My friend, would you kindly turn someone who isn't me into a sperm whale?"
Are you about to Jonah and the whale this?
Flying Jonah and the whale.
Gosh dang it.
Haste it.
The haste doesn't make a difference.
Doing it for fun.
Okay. With 2 casts of flight, I can actually with 1 cast of flight we can. No, 2 casts of flight to get there. In 20
Rowan
minutes.
is now a sperm whale.
Everyone, pile on. If some of you are feeling too injured to follow, I understand. We'll meet you here.
We require additional pylons.
I am too injured.
Crow Song, stay with the man.
I guess
I'll
leave
stay
my
with
giant
the
elf
man.
behind.
I'll stay with the man also, as I don't know if Crow Song will be the best defense.
That is true.
I'm sleepy.
Okay.
Go to sleep.
Okay,
I just
so
curl up on the
the
ground.
4 of us jump on the sperm whale, and I say, "Arise!" and we fly.
That's the wonkiest image I can conjure up.
No. Have you seen
Dream.
Fantasia? It's like that.
The whale scene.
Yeah, that wasn't normal.
No, this is
No.
not normal.
So as I watch them fly away, I just look at Aldrich. This is a dream.
What's the distance
This is
on
a
your-
crazy dream?
Illusion.
The illusion stays there as
As
long
you-
as I concentrate.
As you
but-
can tell,
Okay.
the
It doesn't.
entire
Distance
planet,
doesn't matter.
The entire
No, it
world
does have a
that we
duration
live
though,
on
because I didn't
has
cast
been
it high enough to
converted
make it
into
permanent.
water.
Is
Your
fly
dream come true.
concentration?
The whales
It
are
is,
swimming.
but I don't care at this
How many
point.
people can fly this group?
The trees are water trees
How
now.
are you
He
breathing?
demonstrated
So,
the ability to
Can you
turn
breathe
himself
underwater
invisible.
too?
When the
Scales are
stone
like
disappears,
Gills.
I mean, he did
Believe
see me
it.
start casting another spell if he's got another invisibility up his sleeve.
well, it's not him. His invisibility is an hour long, I believe.
Aldrich may be making a joke,
But-
but he is genuinely concerned for your well-being.
But
How many days has it been
what's her
since you...
face? The random person
Well, I only have
that
exhaustion
burst
one,
through the
but I didn't get any
thing
rest
that
left.
you guys have not asked anything about.
That's true. We've
So I
made a lot
may
of
be like
assumptions.
overplaying it.
Wait, which person?
That's true.
She-
We have a master like a
Glances at the stone that was there when she arrived, but then remembers that it was a TV screen.
I use it as a TV.
And
yeah.
obviously that was its intent the whole time. Because she rolled a 2.
Now, when it
Did
disappears,
she notice with the flying whale disappearing?
No. When the rock disappears, I'll turn to her and say, "Don't be worried about it. We use that. We use that in case we need an emergency hiding spot for any injured among us."
There is no anything there.
she says that? Because
No.
if so, I'm like,
Oh, no.
I'm like ready to hurt her.
No. You guys don't perceive anything in the spot where the rock was.
Can I do an insight, like, just to see whether she's been suspicious? Because, like,
Yeah.
I've read her as being pretty genuine
Yeah.
for me, but that might just be that you're acting too well.
Don't be suspicious.
That's a 25.
Don't be suspicious.
Yeah. She glances at it, and then you can see she's like curious, and then you see concern overtake her as she remembers her brothers.
Yes. And maybe concerned at the fact that we casually turned someone into a whale and then made it fly.
She kind of took that one in stride, actually.
Okay. Dang it. All aboard!
I would too with it.
Yeah, she kind of took that one in stride. Yeah. The whale lifts off and flies. And it's not its natural habitat.
Michael, whale noise.
That was the, not Doppler effect, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The whaler effect.
yes. As the whale leaves, you two, from where the stone was, you just hear, with flair.
Would you mind going to get
Um,
something to help my troubled friend?
For the record, the first cast I'm going to do it fourth so that I'm flying separately.
Okay.
This is going to take a lot of my juice to do this today.
Michael.
Isn't fly concentration?
Yeah.
You can cast it higher. You can do more. than
Rowan is
people.
concentrating on polymorph on now.
Yeah, but...
If you cast at higher levels, it affects.
Oh, you cast it on her and yourself.
Yeah.
I understand. Okay. I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
So mid-flight, the whale just...
She's got the hit points to handle it.
What's
Well,
the-
she
what's the
does.
sensation?
It's the rest of them.
He can rage. He's got a lot of hit points. We're good. And can heal himself.
Imagine some
Slim,
fishermen
yeah,
just
high ground.
She stopped flying and it just pissed me off. You catch a
I know that
bird.
went through the process.
No, he's saying some fisherman is like out on the street,
Again.
on the river.
Orbital wall strike.
John,
It's just a kinetic shot.
But then,
I mean,
then you see it slowly go.
We can do
Moving
that.
forward.
Okay, yeah.
I asked
Dropping a
them to
whale
go
on a
get some
target
sort
for
of
1,000
tonic
feet in
or
the air is well
something
within our ability.
to, help my troubled friend.
I calculated. I can move
I don't think
something
that'll help me.
with one cast of
I
flight.
have things
can
in
move
my mind.
12,000 feet.
Oh, good to know.
The dragon invaded my mind last night.
Should have turned it into like using the boy.
You
Or,
showed
like,
me,
heard about the boys
a
whale scene,
tooth.
right?
Yeah.
yes, or was it a
Just
claw?
picturing the whale
Tooth.
fall. It's just, and then it
Tooth.
impales itself
Do you
on the
mind
tree.
if I hold on to that for a bit?
Why?
Maybe it's what's making it easy to get you.
So he stops being invisible, and
I just
he
put it
go-
back in my pocket.
and he goes, "Be clean," and all of the grime that was on you falls off.
That's definitely a good start.
You feel refreshed. He looks at you and is just like,
Do you think there's a chance that the claw he has in his pocket is an advantage that your father would have for finding him in his spell?
probably before, but now that my father has
Too late
found
now.
him and has seen him,
This is your fault.
my
Should've
father
killed
is
his father already.
my father is very persistent.
That's why we hired you.
No, that's a fair point. Is there any way we could do that today?
Kill my father?
He's
I
a
mean,
busy
I'm
man.
worried
He's
about
got
him.
a schedule.
Or tomorrow?
I did say that I have a way to handle it.
Yes, you did. But you're not here right now.
Would- Boy, I don't think I can fit getting killed on my list today.
No, I imagine you also would like to speed up the process.
I would very much. However, there are steps.
I woke up this morning feeling a bit stronger than I have before. Like I could definitely hit anyone I'm next to. So
So,
Please don't hit me.
given the nature of my father's lair, I do not know where he is right now. I know
so
The
we need to go
region.
inside the lair and wait for him.
I know the region and I know who might be able to direct you.
Oh, to him or to the lair?
Yes.
So the lair is moving still. Okay. We're gonna go find
He
him.
keeps the lair with him
Mm.
because it's his home,
So
my
wait,
birthplace.
Mhm,
if
mhm.
he were to like fly someplace the layer's always with him?
Sounds like it.
Yes.
I like a place
Man.
like that.
That is a handy spell. Because he's looking at the zone of truth, however it takes form around you.
You just maintain it as long as you can. Your
I think
concentration
it
lasts.
lasts 10 minutes.
It's not even concentration.
Yeah.
See, oh, that's true. You just forgot about this.
And then it immediately drops because I forgot 10 minutes to scribe. But he's still, it goes until that point.
You
Anyways,
can recast.
I'm good for now.
No, I can't.
I'm sure. I'm sure others will
I-
continue to
I'm out of
chat.
spell
I
slots.
know nothing
Oh,
of
jeez.
tonics or herbs.
No, neither do
I know that there
So you
are
might- You said you were
tonics.
over 100 years old. I thought you might know things.
Do you
Oh, yes.
have a ring that
I
can
know
shield my
some
mind?
things.
Ring of mind shielding. Ring of mind shielding. Let me check my pockets. Let's see.
I learned a spell I don't have. I could make one.
Let's see. I start pulling out stuff. I pull out. I don't pull out any of this stuff because I'm currently wearing it.
Anyway,
Pull out a potion.
the
backpack.
flying sperm whale.
Uh,
How fast does it move?
So in 2 castings, I can get there with change.
Yeah, holy water.
Flight. It has a 60-foot movement
Holy
speed.
water?
So movement, action, dash covers 12,000
Mana.
feet in a single casting.
And exhaustion, or not exhaustion, but
There's no
endurance
physical-
doesn't really
there's
matter
no
here
physical
because it's
exertion, it's magic. Yeah.
it's just kind of like point your
Still
mind
weird.
that way. That's weird.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
oh.
Okay.
How long does flight last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes? Yeah.
So we'll get there in 20.
Yes, like
Well,
20 minutes
less than
later.
20.
You guys arrive where you expected this place to be.
Yeah. You came with us, right, Brendan?
You know, thinking about it,
Yeah,
I
'cause
could have
tracking
held
could be
you
important.
while on
Yeah,
the sperm
but I
whale.
don't want to make sure. The whale was crashing, right?
No.
Like I could have
Okay.
held onto the sperm whale and to you and
Flying
we would've been
comfortably,
fine.
actually.
Yeah,
Well,
so
it
you
wasn't
guys
that, it was more to
were able to
Yeah.
pin down pretty well on the map where this fork
What
in
he
the
said.
river was probably at. And so from the air, like having the bird's eye view and having the map, it's pretty helpful. You can cross-reference really easily things that are on the map, like turns in the river, and you're able to keep a pretty decent check on where you are.
Just occurred to me,
We need to
using
follow
Scry to like have a bird's eye view from above would make making maps a lot easier.
All you need is a
Little
What?
magic
fifth level caster.
and 1,000 gold reagent.
Or just a familiar.
Yeah, that's true. That's a lot easier to do. Anyway, continue.
So,
That makes a lot of sense.
yeah, you guys find the place, and like it's, as you look down at it, it's like that's the spot.
I'm guessing he's not there.
Well, you guys are, I don't know, a few hundred feet off the ground. You can see some forms on the beach, and as you start to descend, because I'm assuming you do descend, you start to see first, someone laying in the sand. Second, about like 3 guys holding spears. They're armored. They have red clothing on, and they're just kind of looking up at this.
Spectacle.
Yeah, this spectacle. One of them is like reaching for a crossbow, and the other 2 are just kind of. And
Sorry, it's just funny. Them
the
coming
sperm
down.
whale sets down in the water like a boat plane.
Yeah, I just imagine you coming up and stepping on that and be like, "Behold, I am the whale lord."
like a vertical
My character
landing or
doesn't
like
have
an actual boat
performance,
plane?
otherwise I'd be tempted.
Like
Sure,
a
speaking of
vertical
those things,
landing.
Okay.
The sperm whale just floods the.
And there goes her
the
brother.
guy.
Her brother's taken away in another tidal wave.
Greetings, my friends. It is a pleasure to see that you have found a lost companion right before we did.
Give me a history check real quick. Anyone who is on the boat, on the whale.
7. I have a +5, but I rolled a 2.
History.
History.
Rowan's a whale.
Did you say 7?
16.
16?
19.
19. Okay. What are you wearing?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, are you wearing?
I'm wearing Mariner's plate.
But are you wearing like the colors of the nation that you're from?
I would imagine so. Yes.
Okay. Like you would have you would be identifiable as.
Would you be wearing like
'Cause
your
I-
nation's colors? Like you're not in the military.
I'm Marine. That's how
That's
I got
true.
here.
You are. Okay. Never mind.
I have to do it, guys. It's got to be the best pirate I've ever seen.
You're just sitting there. That's good.
It's-
I've got to be the best pirate they've ever seen.
So it would seem.
So, you got a 16,
Yep.
and you got a 19. Yeah, you two. As you land, you're like, those guys are definitely guards that belong to the Duke Samuel Oren, and you're not really sure how they're going to react to you,
Okay.
given that you're kind of dressed up in military garb of another nation.
And flying whale.
So, as I'm being polite and a little creepy like I always am, I'm walking over, I set my staff in the center of his back and cast, in succession, 3 Cure Wounds.
In
The
Cairns.
Yeah.
Okay. He remains unconscious, though you hear some things clicking inside.
Clicking noises.
And I'm just going to. I was walking on water up to behind him. I'm just walking across the water. Can I use persuasion
I'm gonna fly over
To do what?
to
Okay.
to kind of persuade them that I'm not a threat?
What do you say though?
We were just here to help our friend.
Why do you do the Jedi mind
I don't
trick?
know. It's just because
Move along.
natural.
Okay, give me a persuasion check.
I'm also gonna use my wings and fly off the way to the shoreline.
This is gotta be.
I'm wading waist deep as this half giant. He's walking, he's flying with bat wings. We're
There's just a
not the
Giant
usual
whale
group.
waiting patiently.
I have a 24.
How long does that last?
The whale?
He might
An hour.
trick you.
I have +9 on persuasion.
The 3 guards look terrified. Like, oh crap, this is where we're gonna die. Like,
What would give him that idea?
maybe, at least this will be a heroic stand defending.
We ran into avid magic users.
Actually, just go ahead and take it down. That's
Yeah.
right enough.
At least this will be like a heroic stand defending a unconscious boy that we found on the side of the river. And then when you come over and say that, like, they visibly relax. All of you see it. It doesn't matter what your passive insight is. They feel better.
My character has not been told about the situation with Sam, right?
I don't think he
I don't
has.
think he has. So,
Oh.
only people that are unaware are there.
I'm pretty sure only Thaldris in this group is aware of the situation.
Yep.
And I didn't go.
Because I'm pretty certain that you only told the people that you were hunting a dragon, not
Yeah.
why. So,
'Cause
yeah.
if I had known, we'd be having some human barbecue. But
Yeah, so these guys just, like, visibly relax. They're like, oh.
That's what Aaron does. You didn't see a flying whale.
by the way, how does the along the way? Can I have asked her what her name is?
Yes.
We did have 20 minutes of travel.
How would she respond?
Yeah.
To-
How does she feel about them?
To the guards?
Yeah. 'Cause I'm pretty sure that the 2 brothers were with us when we found out about the
She
dragon.
probably would have noticed while they were still on the whale, as we pointed out where the brother was.
So she... What do you think about that? So, you guys give me insight rolls.
I can't, I'm not there.
Yeah, you're not there.
I'll insight you.
16.
You.
Oh.
Patient.
6.
No, I tried.
19.
Loopy.
No, I meant you.
Okay, both of you... not you.
Yep.
You two, as you're descending, like, she sees those people around her. She sees that they have spears. You know, a poor man's weapon. At first, she seems very concerned. Given that because spears are so easy to make or purchase or maintain, they're kind of a preferred weapon of bandits. As you get closer, she notices that they're in uniform and she does relax. though there's still kind of a bit of an edge there.
I was about to say, you doing that? I mean, my character wouldn't have any moral qualms. He would just be concerned about the safety situation.
Yeah. She still has a little bit of an edge,
So,
but
check in
maybe
and find out what you have advantage.
it's less concern and more of like, I hope there's no bureaucracy involved here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's what you
Can I
do.
ask them?
Like,
Can I land right next to him?
yes.
Hulking, demon-winged bug.
As I do like an epic landing where my legs, like my wings kind of flare and then I go wrap them,
They wrap around you and then settle
and
into
then
your,
they
just
settle
your
into my
cloak.
back. Yeah, and like, evening, chaps.
Hello.
To dwarves.
Good morning.
Hello
My
there.
name's Kai. Shake their
Just
hand.
says when you don't.
This is my crew, my ragtag group of. Never mind.
I'm Corporal Marxus. This is
Interactions with orcs and half-orcs.
Private Stewart and Private Stevens.
Pleasure.
Are any of these orcs half-orcs or tieflings?
No, all three of them are human.
Okay. He has advantage on
Really?
interactions with them.
Yep, they're all human.
Anyway.
It is. I'm trying to do it the proper British way, but it is my pleasure to introduce. Is there anyone with me?
I'm there. Well, I'm at the moment
Not
picking up the half brother and
Ooh.
and probably walking him over the whale.
Let me introduce my ragtag group of associates.
My name is Holgrim. It is a pleasure.
I point to him.
I am the Marine Oratan.
Well, I never expected to see a flying whale. I am very happy that
At this
we
point,
were able to assist you, and what was
the whale
that?
settles into the water and
Oh.
find out flight we were.
We're very happy that we could assist you by helping this poor man out of the river. Do you require anything else of us?
Well, it appears we are looking for something.
What might that be?
Unfortunately, our boat sank.
Well, we are also looking for how many more companions that we lost?
Yes, have
Four.
you seen a metal man, another half? Well, I'm not in British. Another half elf, rather like that one and that one, or a rather affable, probably not piratey looking fellow,
And also a really drunk old man.
and a drunk old man that has an affinity for poisons and chemicals.
Our patrol is just this section.
Yes, but we sunk in this section, so this is why we're asking.
How did you sink?
Fire, lots of fire.
The ship caught fire?
Yes.
Oh, it's another.
And I said, "Who is your allegiance?"
Oh, we serve Lord Samuel Orin of Calamity?
Didn't we know that
Of
already?
Calamity. Who
No.
serves Bailey.
You guys recognize the uniforms.
Yeah. Okay.
What a coincidence! We serve Bailey as well. We have been subcontracted by subcontractors of the River Guard.
Oh. Wow. What a relief. What's your passive insight?
My passive insight is it should be 18. Yes, it is 18.
That is not a relief.
My friend, you seem nervous.
I don't know what you mean.
Are you going to tell anyone that we were here?
Well, we have to report to our captain that
I'll walk over, put a hand around his shoulder. I understand. Fireball. By the way, it doesn't affect any of you. As the flame shoots up around you, ghostly, horrible-looking figures erupt from the ground to protect you.
what's the save?
18.
Okay, what's the damage?
A lot.
Well,
I could have intimidated him into silence.
But I can't.
You know what's
Well, actually,
greater?
I
You know what's
can,
greater than intimidation?
You could have eaten one of them
Incapability.
but
to
that's
intimidate
true.
the other two.
But at this point, I'm already kind of fed up with side quests.
You can't
Not
intimidate-
me, but my character is like, I've already spent a ton of spells getting out here, and I have to spend more to get back. Let's just get this done with.
You can't intimidate them if they're dead.
Yeah. He can.
Actually, I can. That's true.
And he can get advantage by eating one in front of them.
Okay. So I'm dropping on them at 5th level, just to be sure.
Did you only just kill one?
No. They're all on the area of effect.
Ah. So they're all a little toasty?
Probably. 10, 20, 36.
That was bad. So, anyway.
Yeah. So you go up to say something, and then when the fire clears, he's standing there. There's nothing else.
I'm holding what's left of his arm.
There's no armor left?
You're holding like the very hot shoulder pauldron.
Ah! My mother always said to be careful with cooking implements in the stove. Now we must depart.
Leanna looks terrified.
Now we can be sure that no one will be coming after your brother. By the way, I must apologize. I do not have the means to locate your other brother today, but if you were to wait a day, I could find your other brother.
Why would they be intimidated by me?
Roll history.
That was a 2.
Just
Well, for one,
Roll history. Do you,
You
remember your
are-
size?
clearly an armed soldier of another nation within the borders of their nation.
You're also a well-armed and armored half-giant.
Yeah.
There
That was walking on water.
There are a number of reasons
Okay.
that
I just
they
thought there
would
might be a
be
specific
very
reason.
worried.
I think they'd be worried about all of us. Just
Yeah.
casually flying in on a whale.
Well, as soon as he mentioned that, you guys were subcontracted by BCI, like, they weren't very happy.
he never did say BCI.
No, but,
I said some contractors are subcontractors.
yeah. Anyway,
Of the guard.
so,
I'm going to be honest. My concern was strictly with our position getting revealed and dealing with another ambush.
yeah. Either way, you guys get Cairn.
Yeah.
Leanna gets back on the whale, because I assume you guys fly back.
Yeah, I have to use another 2 spells.
You guys make it back to where you were camping. As the whale comes in, the two of you see the dragon. He's just kind of been chilling there, and then he looks up.
Well,
No,
hello
they're coming
there.
back. I must hide. And he goes invisible again. And then, shortly after that, you guys catch a glimpse of the whale. And whale lands, you guys get off.
I know.
And at this
my eyes
point,
are closed.
we're going to go ahead and take our break. So, everyone, thank you for tuning in so far.
As we're getting off, you'll hear me. Now I apologize for the fireworks, but I had to be sure, Leanne. I mean, we were ambushed just up the river. And, a little ash always ends up back in the ecosystem anyway.
There's like this look in her eyes, like, what have I gotten myself into?
Do you say
Who
that
did my
after
brothers
you
get?
Yeah.
At that, I look up. What? What happened?
Some people were impersonating guards of the local lord. They started to get shifty when I asked if they would be
Wait.
reporting our presence.
Did you murder all Winston's?
Well, I'm
Yes.
thick.
Of
Excellent work.
I
Samuel?
didn't even think that they were
Yes,
imposters.
Yes, Lord Samuel Oren, I believe.
Good thing you did that. And I just put my head back down on the ground.
I will inquire when you are conscious.
And now, thank you everyone for tuning in so far. Don't go away. We're going to just take a quick break, go get a piece of pizza, get a drink, use the bathroom. We'll be back fairly shortly. So, All right, everybody, welcome back. Hope you had a good break.
Nope.
We
Yes.
did. I got some caffeine, so I feel great.
Drugs.
So before we went for break, our friends were, well, half of our friends were coming back on the flying sperm whale, and they landed, and then learned that the guards that they just toasted were. It was probably a good thing they toasted those guards.
Knowing Rowan, she's probably cruising around in sperm whale form with what's left of my flight.
Probably, and probably having just a ball.
I think their intelligence is similar, if I'm not mistaken.
Excellent running into trees and knocking over.
Okay, Sean, David.
Yes.
There's something that occurred to me.
Okay.
While they were gone, the dragon wormling.
Yeah.
He looks a little uncomfortable, kind of about the whole situation ever since Leanna showed up. That, you definitely don't know her name though. But,
Because I asked it, what?
yeah. But this lady who is related to the dragon hunters, he's not super comfortable with her. Like, you can tell that he's a little bit antsy. And kind of, because you're trying to sleep,
I
right?
probably can't tell anything.
Yeah. So he turns to you and just kind of goes, "So, what is your name?"
Aldrich.
Aldrich. Her, I know who she is. And you should know that she is not going to be happy if she knows that you've been speaking with me.
I'm not happy speaking with you either.
That's understandable.
I appreciate your offer.
I poke my head again. Who are you again? And put it back down.
However, my offer will be more beneficial to you than the offer that they can make.
Is there a reason I can't have both?
Because she will want to kill me.
So do you have plans for when we kill your father? And then you get your thing? Like you're just gonna get away? I mean, I have no plans in defending you after your father is dead.
Oh, I understand that, but they would be most unhappy if they found out that we were working together.
Okay, continue.
Frankly, they'll want much more than I do from my father's death. I simply want the lair and to leave. Anything within is up to you, is for you to divide. They will want much more.
How big is them?
Their
They-
group?
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I would estimate that there's about 5 or 6 of them.
And then do we know how many of them were in a recent shipwreck?
2.
2.
2 out of the 5. Okay. So now we have her as 1, and then the unconscious 1, and then there are 3 other.
Is that what you ask him? No,
No,
because
I'm
you don't
asking
know
you.
anything about that.
Oh. Oh, that's right. I only know. Well, no, I saw her face to face. I saw his face.
Oh, you saw that he was unconscious, though.
Yeah. Was there another one in the boat that I've seen?
There was another one that was with you guys on the boat.
So I have visibly seen 3 of them.
Now you have visibly seen 3 of them.
Okay.
Are they part of BCI?
No.
No, they're their own thing.
They're their own though. Okay.
Dragons
So-
are-
Dragon hunters.
Before we hired you guys, we ran into the 2 brothers, I believe, and hired them to help us, or they joined with us.
The 2 brothers offered that they could help you find more dragons and more money if you help them.
You're also talking about using them as a fence for dragon goods.
That's right. But we have yet to make any deal with them.
It's kind of ambiguous right now.
We haven't really talked to anybody in charge.
They were taking you to the person that was in charge so that you could talk to them and make a deal.
And yet they slept through the ambush thing.
No, they
All right.
And then dove out the side and got swept away.
Yep.
Basically slept through.
Just a little too slow.
The troublesome part, young dragon, is that you're trying to make a deal out of a bunch of people that usually get hired to murder dragons. Right? And so we're working with another team of people that also murder dragons. You're putting yourself in a really tight position. I mean, I get the idea of killing your father, you need dragon killers to kill a dragon. I don't know how to not see you dying soon.
Should they kill me, you will not get the aid that I have to offer.
Well, I know that part. That part of it can be handled. It's the afterwards. It's just, what's the point of making a deal if you don't survive the after the deal?
What I'm telling you is... if you continue working with them, they will want half of what my father has.
Okay. So we should get rid of them?
How do you know they'll demand
I'm not
half?
saying you should kill them.
I didn't say that.
We haven't made any deal with them.
Well, because they're your two
Just
groups.
smelling the bow wave of ash from our approach.
You're two separate groups.
Yep.
Is it not the custom to split things evenly between two?
No, it is custom to split it evenly amongst whoever's present. So if only 3 of them help us fight, they get
3 shares.
3 shares, divided however many people we have.
Well, then they will still want more than I do.
That's true.
That is true.
So your argument is have them not work with us?
If you do not include them in your planning, they will not be there. They will not require compensation.
That's fair. Or counter argument, have them there and have them be unable to make choices at the end of the fight, but hopefully still alive.
Another viable
You saying
option.
knocking them out?
No, just let the dragon
that
do
would-
what the dragon do. And
I know that
we'll bring them back with money and it'll be fine.
I know that many people are opposed to robbing from others.
Who's robbing?
Well, if you were thinking of having them unconscious so that you could swindle them out of their shares,
It's not my fault the dragon almost killed them and knocked them out.
Whatever
It could be
your
if you didn't
moral-
defend them.
whatever your moral compass
Yeah.
tells you is okay to
I'll
do.
bring them back from the dead, it'll be fine.
But know this. For the information that I have, the price is my father's there. For their information, for their assistance, it will be their own cost.
Okay.
But
I
know
see your
that
That
I
way,
must remain a secret from them.
answer me this. How much does your father's lair contain?
We
And
can
what?
worry about that when we kill the dragon.
The last time that I was in a position to take stock, he had over 25,000 gold worth of money and gems.
That sounds nice.
Not to
I
mention
can't-
other various items.
I can't promise you that we will not work with those dragon slayers. I have to discuss it with coworkers. I'm not against sending them away. We'll just see.
But it is important for you to understand that,
I know.
I
Don't
must
tell the
be-
dragon slayers that the dragon is here.
yes,
That is a little bit more than obvious.
I'm just making sure we're both on the same page about it.
Cool. I mean,
Why?
kill you later.
I mean, one, what stops them from killing you after we leave?
Well, because hopefully I have either hidden myself sufficiently, or they're not there in the first place, or I have the lair and I'm gone.
But they're dragon hunters, so won't they hunt you down?
That's just part of being a dragon.
Yes, it's...
That's a problem for future dragon lord.
Future dragon.
If they wish to chase me all the way down to sheer Baka, that is their call.
Yeah, and also not our problem anymore.
No.
I do hope, though, when we finally meet again, that you'll be much bigger. A lot of fun.
You're gonna, like,
I hope we
wrestle?
don't. He kind of chuckles, and then the friends are coming back.
Kind of smelled the whale coming back.
I must hide. You did not.
Bye.
With my passive of 19?
Nope, you did not. Not
okay.
before he did.
That's fair.
He goes invisible again. Okay, now you return, and that conversation happens. Okay,
Yay!
you wanted to sleep, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Sleep on.
Give me a Constitution check.
I mean, same check, alright. Except for concentration is.
Yeah.
Concentration's the save. Okay.
Consternation check?
Can I be guiding his sleep?
Not for this. This is not a skill check.
I'm pretty sure guidance says ability check.
That is amazing. I've rolled 2 18s.
You
that's
are
22.
You fall asleep.
Okay, so we're gonna chill for a little while. On the last 10, well, actually, hold on, let me check something.
Could you have cast like minor illusion to make it darker for him? That made it so that he could have had advantage or something?
I actually don't
Or plus
have,
darkness.
I have disadvantage because I'm exhausted.
I know.
and I don't have minor illusion. I only have
I
major
do.
illusion.
I have minor illusion.
So this is not concentration. So the last 10 minutes of no, actually I couldn't do that. When I get back, as he's bedding down for a little bit, I'm going to take 10 minutes and ritual cast Rari's telepathic bond with everyone but the half-elves.
Was
So
that
we
you?
have
Including the dragon?
no.
Do you have mental capabilities of talking to people? And have you done it to me?
That's what I'm just doing.
Okay, that's what I did.
Lasts for an hour and allows us to communicate telepathically with each other
Are you
over
including the
any
dragon?
distance. No.
Okay, cool. I will convey the messages that I have received while you were away and say, we're going to kill this dragon, right?
Does that mean
And
they
him and his
pick
kid.
up on any dreams I have,
Of
or
course.
he? Like, could I
I don't think I would
subconsciously?
include you because you were asleep.
Okay.
I
It
think
only
you would
lasts
just
an hour
kind of
anyway.
you would just kind of appear as like a dim bulb in the
He
That'd
just
be-
hears a bunch of
You
people
can
talking
speak.
in his dreams.
What?
yeah.
We're all mentally communicating now.
His dream
Except
is
for him.
guided by this.
I'm on a date
Go
with
ahead.
Kaja, and then out of nowhere, you guys pop. What are you doing
I
here?
need bugs. That's all I'm saying.
Are you also okay with killing this dragon we're making a deal with?
Sure, why not?
Cool.
With a withered limb like that, we'll have to be careful with the meat, but yes, of course.
Alright, and you?
We shall see.
You're not going to side with the dragon later, are you?
No, I'll side with us, but I want to see what information he gives us.
Well, I mean, we're going to get as much information as we can.
Yes,
until
we're talking
we kill-
about at the end.
Yeah,
after
once
he's no
we
longer
kill
used.
Dad, we then turn 180 and kill Son, and we get to have a mobile lair. Think how
Also,
great that would be.
just to be clear, the dragon's not here listening to the...
No,
We
this
can't,
is all.
it's in our
This is all
heads.
happening.
He's just sitting there watching you guys with concern.
I picture that. We're just saying this openly. He's just like... Whoa,
Concerns heavily.
Unless he's detecting one of our thoughts, he can't hear us. So just to be safe, we're gonna ritual cast detect magic after that. Do a quick check of him.
Concern increases.
I will say it's an option.
It's my planned option, but I will survive if he gets away.
I understand you have
You
concerns.
you detect
have morals, you have
enchantment
honor.
magic on no. You
Depends
detect
on-
illusion magic.
It'll depend on how loyal he ends up.
That is fair. That is fair.
I mean, even if he's 100% loyalty like a dog, I'd still rather have a dog.
Tell me, friend, have you ever heard of the glorious light of the gluttoner's ways?
The what?
The gluttoner. He who prepares the feast, the one who lays out the food for all.
Because one day this
That is your
dragon,
choice.
one day
Yes,
this
it
dragon's
is.
going to be fully
Would you
healed
like to learn more?
and big
There's
enough
also
to
my
eat
feeling
us
not to learn
whole.
more.
Yes, let's kill him.
Die.
I just have this weird vibe about it. Like, I'll avoid.
What's your insights? You have no vibe. No, you're fine. You're fine.
Can I kill him right now?
No.
I have avoided eating your food as much
That's
as
true.
possible.
That's true.
Well, I mean, you ate breakfast, but I mean, I visibly made it out of like dried stuff I didn't attack. Of course, what it was dried out.
Anyways, that's
I was
it.
going to
I
go
have
find
nothing
fish
else
in
to
the
say in
river
mental
first, but I
conversation.
forgot.
Is there anything else that wanted to be talked about in our mental conversation?
No, just whenever we've got downtime, I'm gonna take 10 minutes to ritual cast this. Actually, at this point, I'm going to say, do you think it would be useful to include the dragon in this so that we could communicate with it silently?
Every other time.
Very well.
Just help us keep track of that somehow. Like a catchphrase or some sort of like a hello dragon, and we're all like, oh, the dragon is included.
If I start my initial sentence with my friend, he is included.
But
When I open the telepathic link and I initially tell it, okay, everyone, the link is online or something like that. I begin it with my friend. We are here together or whatever.
Okay.
I start with my friend.
okay, my
Put
friend,
together.
got it.
I just turn and look at him and give him a thumbs up.
The espionage begins.
Put the okay symbol.
Okay.
Okay,
So her name was Lena?
Leanna.
Liana. So again, my apologies now speaking out loud, although I'll probably like, sorry, my apologies as I try to communicate
What was
telepathically
that
first.
all about? You guys just you furnished some guards, and then you all get here and just shut up immediately.
Well, it took me 10 minutes to ritual cast the spell.
That's true.
I usually
So,
don't talk a lot.
Why did you? Are you
Murder?
just going to kill every person that we come across?
Of course not.
You're alive.
But people that wish to relay our location that will inevitably get back to the dragon need to not live.
Okay, I can.
Recently, we were in a shipwreck
Within
because
the,
information got out.
Within the past 8 hours, we were ambushed by cultists in service to this dragon. You will have to excuse me if I'm a little quick on the fireball trigger tap.
Oh, that's a nice one.
We have also ran into more than one cult on this river.
Yes, in fact, this is the second time we've been ambushed on this river.
I feel like we got ambushed shortly after helping that.
This is the
cult.
second time he's been ambushed on this river.
We got ambush may be a strong word, but they were waiting for us at the dock when we showed up at the first place.
No, they were chasing.
No, they
me.
were very surprised that you were there.
Whatever.
But I mean, sixes.
Your brother is not well, correct?
Oh, by now he should be conscious. He had 10,
Yeah,
10
he's
minutes, 20 minutes to fly
beginning to wake up, but
back. He's
like
got 32 hit points.
he's groggy. Like getting washed down river in a tidal wave is not
Do
a
you
pleasant
know-
experience. You don't just recover from that.
Do you know where the rest of the family is?
Are you asking Leanna? I do. I was actually out here looking for a ship.
It's gone.
A ship?
That's kind of what I'm gathering. So the ship is gone.
Again, I can locate your brother tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Although,
Mental question for the group. Sorry, that are in the mental link. Do we? The dragon wants us to not include these people in slaying his father. Thoughts?
What was his reason?
anyway, I'm carrying on.
He doesn't like
conversation.
them.
Yeah.
He doesn't like them, and that's about as far as I got. And also, his reasoning for us was, we get paid less if we have to share.
Money is not my concern.
I agree. Same here. My concern is how many dragons can I kill?
Tell me, my friend, have you ever heard of the Glutton?
I'm not hungry for dragon meat.
It's like borderline cannibalism for you.
Who was it who was wanting to eat
It's like
dragon
eating
meat? Was it-
monkeys or something.
Yeah, it's like eating monkeys.
Yeah.
Or eating humans as a monkey.
What's your race again?
Yeah, kind of.
Dragonborn.
What's your color?
You're like multicolor.
So
Yeah.
it was white.
I am
Yes,
multicolored, but I am a
yeah.
white.
That's right. You're like white with like silver.
Bronze.
or something.
Eating,
White and bronze.
eating,
Yeah.
eating a dragon as a dragon would probably be frowned upon in the dragon community.
Actually, I think they'd probably be fine.
The dragons would probably be okay with that.
I'm not actually
It's-
a dragon.
Dragonborn.
I look a lot like one. I do currently have dragon wings attached to my back. But
Oh, you have a cape that turns into dragon wings.
magic is reasoning. It was designed the way I wanted it to be.
Yeah, it's like dripping dragon wings.
Exactly.
But anyways, as I was saying, I can locate your brother tomorrow. Though again, it is a great expenditure of arcane might for me to take the time to trek downriver to find your other brother as well. But nonetheless, you are kin or allies now. A great task of it.
Yeah.
But I greatly appreciate that. However, if it's going to be another day, it might be worth it to make it back to the camp where the rest of my family is. Because I mean, if we get there and you can locate where my other brother is, we can divide and conquer. My family can go and find him while you do other things.
Mental note. If we're going to part ways, this is probably the best time.
How long would it take us to get to your camp?
We're not very far. Maybe, well, I guess that's relative. We're maybe a half day's journey from here.
My friend is in no condition to travel, and I don't wish to travel along with him in this condition.
Would we be able to place him upon the flying whale?
No.
That was a very temporary solution. The whale doesn't go that far.
That expended a substantial amount of both mine and her as she's like dancing around. Well,
We could.
You just
place him
hear,
on the back of our steed.
in the air.
psychically communicating with her, postponing her getting back to her place of strength as long as possible until I'm able to destroy them all is useful.
Okay.
And I say, I do have some final reserves, but I wish to retain them in case of confrontation with the dragon, in case it decides to show its face again.
Well, I think it is best for us to stay here for the moment.
Yeah.
Yep. But you do you.
If you wish to go and communicate with your clan that we are here and that we are going to conduct a search on the morrow, or I could just tell you where he is and you could go. You have a means of magically communicating over extended distances?
I do. I have my my uncle. He created a sending stone for me to carry.
Is it that you are carrying?
Yes.
And you are familiar with me, I am familiar with you. My name is Holgrim Goodmanson. I am a cook. What are your hobbies?
Well, I enjoy hunting. I enjoy.
And we go back and forth until we're
Yeah.
familiar enough that that I can respond to a sending spell from her.
Okay. So you know, because just a couple bits and pieces about her. She is kind of talking to her. You find out that she is the clan's kind of security picket. That's her main job with the camp, is making sure that they don't get discovered by people that they don't want to discover them. She's also in charge of broken arrow sort of situations. Yeah, that's her main job, and also providing food, foraging, and hunting. And she enjoys pretty much everything she does.
Hold on a second. Telepathically, Kai Tao, you're kind of a man of the woods. Do you think you could stalk her back to her camp?
We'll do so.
I think, for our benefit, we probably want the Dragon Slayers on our team, especially if money isn't an issue.
But I ask you, what kind of information are you looking to seek?
If they wish their location to be secret, it's advantageous to us if it is not.
Is anyone coming along with me?
No, but I'll make you invisible before you leave. It only lasts an hour, though, so keep your distance after that. But anyway, I'll say to her, So if you can go ahead and make contact, then you can send to me and I can reply to you with as best a description as I can.
Of where my brother is?
Yes, if he is alive.
Well, wouldn't it make more sense if I remained here when you figured out the location, we could find it, and then I can go look for it. I can call my uncle now, let him know that I found you, I've made contact, and where I'm just waiting to retrieve my other brother.
I mean, yes, that is true. My concern is about the wasted half day and the fact that your other brother was nearly dead when we found him, so if we spend another half day in addition...
My other brother is not dead.
I do not know that.
He is alive.
What tells you
I suppose you could attempt to send to him. That seems a practical solution.
Yep.
He might be able to reveal his location himself.
How do you know he's alive?
She pulls out her stone, and you hear her go, Beth, this is Leanna.
Over the link. F.
Can you hear me? I found Cairn.
The number you have dialed is
He was
disconnected.
badly hurt. Can you describe where you are? She listens. If Cairn was in this bad of shape, it's possible that he's unconscious as well.
Also true. Which
I
is
said.
part of my point. Yes. But then I suppose the other concern is the efficacy of how well I can describe his location in 25 words.
Yeah.
That is a fair concern. Let's see if I know sending. I don't think I do though. I'm mostly combat deathy spells, not
We
usually.
have an Apple iPhone so we can find the location.
Do any of you guys have sending stones? Because the group had some.
Nope.
I don't.
Not this group.
Yeah, they did, because like everybody had like one.
I did not.
Not have sending.
Actually, no.
I don't have
I'm pretty sure it's just BCI1 that got those.
That's right. We went and bought them all.
We were traveling together, so it wasn't matter, and then we got split.
I have a mirror, and that's about it.
I think we left one with Captain O'Bannon.
I have a
Abandoned?
potion of growth.
Captain Abandoned. Down the river.
How's he doing?
Did we have any of Mackenzie's potions?
Nope. None of them got finished and given to you guys in time.
Just a waste of money.
I was just gonna say, if we did, you could
I think we
try.
should kill the GM.
Subscribe for him.
Just show up, just beat him. You owe us money!
Also, random question. You know when you're invisible, do you make noise?
Yes.
Yes.
But it does give you advantage on stuff. And you're pretty sneaky.
Because I'm gonna put on my boots of elephant kind.
So you make no noise.
At all.
And you're invisible. That's pretty cool.
Is that the one? You don't leave tracks with the boots of Elvenkind, correct?
Yep.
That's useful.
But you do leave. You still leave a scent.
It's only half
She-
up.
She's
Like
up
the
ahead,
mole
just
or something.
I mean, he's a bugbear.
bugs.
I mean, he is a stinky bugbear.
What gives me away is
His breath smells like poisonous bugs.
She's from like 3 feet behind her.
She just like hears you crunch a caterpillar. Just gets squirted by it, like
Or it's really quiet in here.
So I'm still waiting
You pick
for,
it out of her hair.
I'm still waiting for input on our team. The 4 of us. There's team member 5 and 6 seem to be busy.
Flying around like a whale in his sleep.
Are we siding with the Dragon
Yeah, they do that.
Slayers
Should've
or the
probably waited,
Dragon's
but-
plan?
As much as I'm not concerned about money is useful, and if we can get away with giving them as little as possible, that's for the best. If we can't, so be it. That's my opinion.
I also have concerns about how she just found us out of nowhere.
That's a fair
how
argument.
did she stumble across? Perfect.
I would also point out I have some of her blood if she causes problems.
That's a great argument.
I can find her anywhere.
I'm inclined to include the Dragon Slayers because when taking out a dragon, you want to bring as much firepower as you can. I mean, it's a dragon. As much as I want to be the one to be like, I did it, I also don't want to be the one that said, I died there.
Where's the nearest town from here?
I have no idea.
No one knows.
It is.
It was within 3 miles.
Yeah.
You would know.
It's not within 3 miles.
Then you wouldn't know.
Man, if only there was someone here you could ask.
If only there was someone here we trusted, we could ask. I mean, this is kind of a small detail, so we're just kind of staring at it. Well, actually, no, I've been trying to maintain a conversation for cover, but I'll say, just out of the blue, by the way, where's the nearest town?
It's Rivermouth. It's we're camped close to it, about 3 or 4 miles away.
It sounds familiar out of game.
So, if I understand,
Have I heard about that before? Or maybe it's just because like every town along this
Yeah.
river or something.
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
So as far as I can tell from your responses, our opinion is indifference.
I think it's kind
And-
of, we'll see how it goes.
So play it both ways.
Yeah.
If
I mean, that's fine.
you
play it both
guys
ways.
know anything about what you're hunting, you would find it interesting that Rivermouth has been encountering thunderstorms on a very regular basis.
That is very useful. So anyways, I suppose it's up to you. Do you wish to waste the 8 hours here, or go make contact with your family and risk my description, or do you risk the extra 8 hours?
I just used my sending stone.
You did. And unfortunately, my arts snap and sparks appear around my hand. My arts are more destructive than communicative, except over very, very short distances.
Not built for one thing.
I have some like good tracking stuff with scrying and the soul cages. And
I need to
stuff.
go. I need to let them know. I'm going to. I'll contact you in the morning.
Do you want this?
Very well. Send to me after civilized folk are done with breakfast.
Are we holding on to
Understood.
your brother, or is your brother going with you?
Brother, kick him. Wait up.
Oh. He's coming with me. I need to get him back.
Okay. See you in 8 hours.
Would it help to have some of his blood to find his brother too?
Yes, it would. I'll reach down and
Roll
I'll spit in my
deception.
hand. It helped with her.
Yeah, it did.
Persuasion?
I already have her. No, just standard deception. No advantage on this one.
I'm smart. I know I'm not deceptive.
You can do it. No, because your
Very well.
advantage is taken away there.
Can I get my medicine check?
Him?
Yeah. He's still not full hit points.
Yeah.
That wasn't very good. 7. I'll look him over and say, "You definitely look injured, my friend. My expertise is not in the knowledge of medicine, it is the application of healing magics.
Yeah. You're not kidding.
Would you benefit from additional casts of curative magic?"
No, I just need my bed.
Your bed?
I just need to get home.
Very well.
Home is where the
Question.
heart is.
And
To help
then
with it, was he
without,
bleeding?
without
Was he bleeding?
When they
No.
found him.
Okay. That was what I was going to do, was I was going to like not say anything, but just like as part of it, just kind of like roughly rub some blood off of his face or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's okay, I've got her.
So yeah, he's got like some scabs and stuff, but he's not actively bleeding. All the blood is dried or scabbed over.
Okay,
So-
so I'm going to telepathically send you step out of their line of sight down to the bushes or something. I'll join you in a minute.
So earlier, did I hear your plans with the blood or no?
No, I just dropped the comment that if they betrayed us, I had her blood.
That is why I suggested getting his
Okay,
blood.
so what I'll say is, so earlier,
True telepathy is wonderful.
yeah, so what I'll say to you is, so earlier, you got some of her blood to find him.
Yes,
Would
it
it
has
be
other
useful?
uses too.
Would it be useful to get some of your blood, sir,
Oh, you're saying this out loud? Okay, my
Yes.
apologies.
to find your other brother? Would you be willing to donate?
I don't know. I don't cast magic.
So yes,
Do you cast spells?
yes, I do, but he does magic.
It assisted in finding you when I had your sister's blood. If I have 2 samples, maybe it will assist both.
Leanna looks at him and goes,
I say it purely speculatively.
Leanna looks at him and goes, you don't have to give them your blood. They have mine. Like it's probably enough. Give me a persuasion roll.
Okay.
Can I get an advantage because I did contribute?
No, because your
It's okay.
advantage takes away her disadvantage.
It's okay, Michael. I am not that other character. What's his name? Urias.
I, on the other hand, am persuasive.
16. I did that.
No, Leanna, it's okay. If it has any chance of helping find death. Yeah.
Being evil's great.
Where do you, does it need to come from a certain spot? I mean,
No.
Don't cut your hair.
Yeah, don't do what your sister did.
Okay.
Just let the doctor do it.
So
I mean,
I'll
the
walk
cook.
over and I'll say, now this does not come from medical experience. It comes from cooking, because
His eyes widen,
Then I'll
having
say-
seen you cook. Like,
I cook very
no,
well.
yes, you do cook very well, but when it comes to like anything with blood, he's seen your cleaver.
Yeah,
go.
that's true. That's true. Because you see, when you're dealing with uncooked meats, especially things poultry, chicken, even pork, and you have an exposed cut on your hand, and it ends badly, lost limbs, infection. It's not good. And so I draw my silver dagger and I nick his ear, and then I take him. And I say, see, not likely to get infected, protected by your hat and a helmet, out of the way. It's perfect.
You know, you could start it off by saying something a lot less scary.
It was scary.
When you said that this came from cooking, it was kind of
Well,
unnerving.
I already told you I'm not a medical expert. so
Yeah,
I
that
had
didn't
to
help.
assure-
Everybody cooks.
I'm sorry, you confuse me. Do you not prepare your own meals?
No, that's Mom.
Even on the road?
Have you never made a sandwich?
We got a lot of jerky.
He's never made a sandwich.
My goodness, man. And they call my kind of cultured, and I start walking off to where I'm going to meet up with him to make him invisible.
So wait, did you just one?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
We're a terrible group.
The one
I just
guy
don't trust them.
that is good is thinking through all this.
So speaking of that, I walk over and say, you ready?
Yes.
Invisible.
How long does the
Lasts an hour.
telekinetic thing?
Oh, that also lasts an hour. Telepathic.
Is it concentration or?
Nope. It's a 10-minute ritual.
And I've also got Dust of Disappearance if it wears off.
Oh, that's Dust of Disappearance is nice.
So,
Okay.
Your
just in case we get
telekinesis
into any
range.
trouble.
Infinite on this plane.
So while he's
Not telekinesis, telepathy.
oh yeah, that's what I'm.
So yes, for the next like 50 minutes, we're in communication.
I would say I would like a companion.
I'll go with him.
If you would warn.
That's fine.
Can you make
I was
yourself
about to say it.
I
Never
don't need to
mind.
be invisible.
Didn't work
I have
then,
plus
I'll
13
be
to stealth. I'll be
Some
fine.
better method.
You're invisible.
That's fine. I'm
Yeah,
invisible.
you're both invisible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
go.
Okay.
Stealth checks.
Yes.
Also, it gives me advantage on. by the way, the boots.
Yeah, but
Quick question:
only on stealth based on
Am I
sound.
thrashing
No.
at any point during that
No.
whole interaction?
I need first stealth. So yes.
You also have advantage on dexterity that relying something.
Yeah, so this covers both because it's both vision and sound.
Do not use me for stealth.
No, me either. I have a +1 and disadvantage.
I have disadvantage.
And plus
What,
0.
what was your? Did you roll it with advantage?
No, I'm
I
plus
did.
one.
Okay.
Oh, so we're both +1 to disadvantage.
Stealth. That's
plus-
math.
the plus
25.
On the plus side, if I
Okay.
take off my
Put 'em
armor, I
up.
lose 1 AC.
I rolled poorly.
So I lose my disadvantage.
I
relatively
didn't.
Easy.
I'm a sneaky person.
You got a
Okay.
25 with his. Did you roll twice?
Yeah. Oh.
Now
Wait,
your
hold on.
track.
He might be higher.
Yeah, so I rolled a 21 that time.
Oh.
Yeah, the other one was 21
Still
was higher.
Okay.
Now you're the one who's tracking them, right?
Yes.
Okay. So roll. Are you going to assist him? Okay. Roll survival.
Nat 20 with +7.
Okay.
27.
You have no problem staying behind them.
We did it.
Like at sometimes
You did it.
you like almost blow your stealth because you track them so well that you like end up right where they're
Jeez, these
right
people
where
are
they are.
slow.
Yeah.
It's like an NPC character that walks
Hell.
too slow.
It's an escort quest.
Like you're getting impatient with how long it takes them to like go over some tree roots or
just-
something,
I'm just walking by.
and you're like looking that just go around the tree.
And the thing is they've got crazy high athletics and flight. So they're both like in the trees above them, like predator invisible.
What's that clicking noise? That.
Have you been up in the cloud district lately?
Oh, of course not. No.
I'll just start making noises with my mouth.
Okay. Eventually, the invisibility does wear off. So I'll need you guys to make another stealth check without advantage, as well as another survival check for you.
Okay, guys, this is the clincher.
Oh man, I rolled worse. Let's see, I have to do math real quick. 21.
25 for stealth, and then survival.
Yeah. And then
You
survival.
assisting him
Yeah, I'll help you.
with survival, so he has advantage.
You don't have to roll.
Oh, oops. I did.
14.
I rolled a 17, so add that to yourself.
It's not an
No.
advantage. You would be doing it instead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's your survival?
Plus 1.
So
18.
18. Okay.
What, yours is a 13 flat or a
14.
13 plus your thing?
No, it was
Total
14 total.
You didn't know.
You guys seem to remain undetected, even though you're not invisible. And the two of you working together now. Aldrich kind of starts taking the lead. You've shown him a few things to look for, and he starts
Doing it.
leading the way, and you're kind of just letting him do it as like a proud father almost.
I'm doing it, Dad.
Okay.
Make me proud, son.
The rest of you, after they leave, like 20 minutes or so after they leave,
My main thing is I'm going to be keeping an eye on him to see if he starts acting nightmarish.
the dragon invisibles. So,
Dragon can hear our conversations.
did you want to ambush your attackers?
That would be lovely.
Because I know the formation of rocks and cave where they are supposed to regroup.
Do you know how far and when they would be? Because we still have some time before our friend will be recovered.
Because of the security measures they take to try and avoid anyone leading an enemy to this place, they will be slower to regroup. I cannot tell you exactly how long. They may not all be there, but at the very least, my sister should.
Sister. A twin sitting on
No,
When you said it the first time, I immediately heard that in my head.
Yeah,
was like,
I did too.
Say it.
Sorry, it just fits this character.
Now, the other magic initiates that follow her personal minions, they're powerful, but I don't think that they can conjure up the same sort of arcane strength that I've seen some of you muster.
Is the sister the one who attacked us?
Yes.
Wasn't she?
She's my last living sibling.
She's also blue?
If what you say about Torah is, which I assume is true, you're not there.
I know, but I'm trying to remember.
She is
They
also
would-
blue.
We haven't seen her. Wait, no, we did.
Yes, you
It was-
have.
But it was at night and dark vision is colorblind.
She grabbed you
Yeah.
and pulled you underground.
So I saw her up close.
Very close.
I can smell you.
That's when I had my epic
But I know that they would at least wait there until the rest of their group arrived. So if we get there and no one is there, then it's almost sure that they are waiting for you at the last chance that they have to ambush you.
My arcane powers are rather drained by the rescue efforts of the drowned half-elf. But tomorrow I would be, or even if we timed it right, in the middle of the night, I would be a fearsome asset.
Well, from the battle that I saw, I know that at least one of them will be delayed quite a lot. A lot of their power was expended through the use of flight spells as well as invisibility spells and coming back and transporting. One of them is well spent. We are probably okay to wait that amount of time.
Excellent.
What
What are
of
your thoughts, friend?
I'm thinking about going and catching fish.
I bet my way.
We're still walking.
what
Oh
of,
yeah, we're still stealthing it up.
what of
Now
we
we start
gone for
having
like a
dreams
day.
about fish.
what of your two friends that have departed with the Dragon Slayer? Will they be joining us in the ambush?
If we're going to be waiting till I am recovered, they should have plenty of time. And then I'm going to telepathically communicate. You guys are going to be back tonight, right?
Yep.
So I'll give this distant look. Yes, they'll be back tonight.
So it's still day.
He just kind of goes, gives you a curious look, like you have a passive insight of 15?
18.
18, yeah. He gives you a curious look that's like, he understands that you're doing something magic. He's not sure what it is, though.
I'll be there.
I'll
But-
find out in about an hour when I cast it on him.
But
I'll
he
be-
seems, one, curious, and two, cautiously excited.
Okay.
I'll be the eyes if you'll be the brains. You insight, I'll see it.
Okay. You two.
It's more like I'm the gun.
Um,
Pink Panther theme.
We need an investigation person
No,
with an
no, no.
investigation above 18.
no.
Mine is 15.
Investigation?
Yeah.
Excellent. Mine's
If you
14.
want to have the song.
We need a 19.
That's probably copyright.
Yeah.
Sean,
Yeah.
Brian,
Yes.
you guys continue to follow them.
Right.
Again, you feel like you are remaining undetected, and doing a really good job of keeping pace with them. You're not like impatiently waiting for them anymore, but you're still keeping good track. After a few hours, they turn off of the footpath, this the road, and head deeper into the forest. As you've been getting closer and closer to what you assume is the town of Rivermouth, you have noticed what she was talking about. You saw darker clouds off in the distance not too long after you left the party. And as day has progressed, you guys have been getting closer and closer to these clouds until eventually you were under them. After a couple more miles of walking, the clouds start thundering and it starts to rain. You guys turn off of the path following them into the forest, and the rain is continuing. Eventually, they come to a clearing in the woods. It's small. It's probably only about 30 feet in diameter. But there are a couple of wagons. One of them looks like, it holds a bunch of cargo. There's an older balding man with one leg, and another leg is kind of like, you can tell that it's enchanted wood. It doesn't articulate, but it stays with him and supports him more easily than a normal peg leg would. Also, and he's tending to, like a leather armor that's just, it's got a blue tint to it. You can see him inscribing runes on it.
Do I recognize these runes?
Roll Arcana.
Is he close enough to read them?
Am I close enough to read?
You're not close enough to read them, but like getting a feel for
general
what
idea.
those are. Yeah.
8.
8. Yeah, you're not really sure. Yeah, he's just inscribing some runes. There's another person who is, working with a pestle and a mortar, and they've got, what is clearly an alchemical kit set up. They've got fires going, like a little fire, a little burner, boiling something. There's like this weird purple steam coming out of a beaker. And she is just kind of periodically dropping leaves into it. And as Leanna and Eth approach, she looks up, and you just see her start tearing up immediately. And she jumps up out of her chair flies backwards, and she goes running over and just grabs onto Eth and holds him tight, and starts, eventually leading him away towards a natural shelter that seems to have been constructed by these people. The other cart that you see kind of looks like a cottage on wheels. It's very small and compact, but like it looks like a cottage. It has those little windows that have grates going along them. It's got a door, and all of these things, they have a couple of ox on the side that are just kind of resting, eating grass, doing their thing. The man, when he notices that Eth is back, he goes running over to the shelter where the woman took him, and Leanna goes in there as well to be with him.
Alright, Bugbear. We now know where their residency is. Not a surprise. I think we're good to go back.
Should we hang out for a second and see if they do anything?
I mean, I imagine they will take care of the young man, get some food, rest, make plans to reconvene with us tomorrow in the morning as soon as possible.
Do we want to go eavesdrop a little bit outside their
I mean, we
residence?
could. I have no reason to distrust their purpose, which is to kill a dragon.
Just never be too careful.
If you'd like.
But you're out.
No, I'll join you.
I
I
say let's
won't
just-
encourage or discourage it. I don't.
Let's just go.
I'm indifferent.
I say let's go eavesdrop on their conversations.
I'll watch you. Make sure that you're not caught.
Yeah. I'm gonna go down by their little hut or whatever the building is.
Roll stealth with advantage because you have the boots of elvenkind on.
Elven boots.
Or elven boots, whatever they
They
are.
are boots of elvenkind.
Boots of elvenkind.
22.
He also has the cloak of the mantle.
I don't know what that does for
It works
it.
for water.
Yeah.
Was that with advantage?
Yeah. So maybe if someone summons water in the next few minutes, big tidal
It is
wave.
raining.
Create water can get you 30 gallons.
I do have that.
I could do a wall of water if I was there.
If I need to get a quick getaway, I just summon water.
We
Do it
knew
to-
that this was going to be a boat story, and then you burned our boat. And thank goodness we've got a lot of ways to swim and turn people into whales.
Hey, all
I
I'm
had
saying is you could have saved it.
Yeah.
So anyway,
So
you sneak over to the side of this little shelter. Basically, what it is it's a big log or a tree that's fallen over and is kind of propped up, and someone took a bunch of or just random wood and put it up, and then covered it so that it's a little more homey and a little more insulated. Like this is straight up a wilderness survival kind of hut. You sneak up to it. It may be a little more insulated for warmth, but sound travels through it pretty easily. So you hear these people inside. They're mostly what you hear is F talking about like what has happened. You hear him talking about some other dragon hunters that he ran into. He's talking about how he doesn't know where Cairn is. He's concerned about him because the tidal wave hurt. He says that at one point his head hit something metal while flying down the river.
Wasn't it one of us?
Was it that giant throne, middle throne?
He went all the way down to the throne, the sunken throne. No.
That poor lady.
And then just iron sound. Boom.
She got on what's it? What was the ant's name in Harry Potter?
Was it Marge?
Aunt Marged.
She got merged.
Except that it was a little more lethal.
Yeah.
Or at least we assume so. Anyway.
I dismissed it in the middle of her flight. It occurred to me that she would instinctively know the duration. So after flying for a while, I was like, nah, she's done.
I know Harry Potter said that she survived, but I like to imagine she didn't.
She just floated away.
No, she.
So
just
it's all you
kind of
Harry
stopped.
Potter fans out there.
Anyway, yeah, it's just kind of like everything else is just kind of like a happy family reunion kind of thing you're listening to. You do hear him refer to the lady as Mom, and the man as Harlod.
The man that they hugged and were talking to.
Okay, with the wooden leg.
Yeah, the guy,
Yeah.
the man with the wooden leg. You do hear him refer to that man as Harlod.
Harlod.
And you also hear him ask questions such as any more instructions from the matron, or has the matron been quiet? You know, weird questions about this person they just refer to as the matron.
Okay. Is there anything like out in this camp that I could go look at?
There's the blue tinted armor that he was scratching on. There's the alchemy kit that has just been forgotten.
Do I see?
There's the cart. Well, there's the 2 carts you can go look at. There's the locks.
Okay, I'm gonna go look at the carts, see if there's any valuables there.
Okay. So the first cart you go to, it's open topped. It seems to have like some food stuff in it that's covered up. There's a variety of dusts and herbs in vials that you're not really sure what they are. There's actually a decent amount of like bones. They're big and they're thick. You're not really sure what they're from, but there's probably 10, 11 of these big bones.
Is there any weapons in there? Is there any
So
potions?
There's like some daggers, there's some axes, there's a bow, and there's a quiver of arrows. Mostly though it's tools, things like hammers, chisels.
Is there any thieves' tools?
Yeah, is there any thieves?
If you're a professional and you don't have those.
There are some thieves' tools in this.
I'm gonna take those.
Okay.
Fun fact, he has a plus 13 to picking locks. Because he has the gloves of thievery.
What have I done?
So I'm gonna take them.
Okay. And do you approach the other
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the other card and see what's in it.
Okay, so this is the one that's basically a cottage on wheels. As you walk over there, you look at the windows, and they're just like they're so stained. They're basically painted. Like it's just color.
Okay.
Like it's stained glass is what I mean. It's not like nasty dirty. It's artistically like very stained glass that you cannot see through.
Okay.
Do you go to the door?
Yeah.
Okay. I assume you open the door.
Yeah.
You can listen at it.
So I want to make sure there's nobody in there first. So I'm going to listen to the door.
Okay.
What do I roll for that?
Roll perception.
$19.
Okay. If you did hear somebody, what would you do?
I would probably not go in at this point.
What would you do instead?
I'd just back up and
Okay.
probably just bounce, honestly.
You don't know why, but suddenly you're not like super close to the cart. There's just like you remember walking up and kind of placing your ear against it, and now you're like 5 feet away and looking in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
That's a cool defensive enchantment if it is.
What in the world?
What do?
Hey, would I know what that was? Like a defense enchantment?
Roll Arcana.
11.
Yeah, it's the darndest thing. Suddenly you're just looking the other way and like are about 5 feet away from it.
Nope. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna bounce. I don't want to have to deal with that right now.
Okay.
Great defense.
So
Yeah.
I'm taking him back. Yeah, to Sean.
Okay.
And then I can show him just the thing I roll, not like check out these.
Neat.
So Sean,
Yeah.
you would have seen him like go over, listen. You would have seen him walk over to the cart, reach in, take something, and then you watched him walk over to the cart, the other cart. He placed his ear against it, kind of made a face like, and then started sneaking away. Stopped for a moment, looked back, and then came back towards you.
Could I assume that while he was looking at the two carts, that he was looking for bugs?
Riding, hit refresh.
'Cause
You saw him pull thieves' tools out of the cart.
so definitely there was bugs.
Not that kind of bug.
No, like bugs to eat.
Okay. No.
I just put
You
Thieves'
could
Tools-
assume me.
Thieves' Tools in.
Yeah, there's always bugs.
Okay.
Anyways, you come out and you show me these things, and I say meet.
Right. Then I say, let's start heading on back. Then.
Yeah, this time we can go faster.
See what?
We can even run because we're not hiding anymore.
I'm just gonna fly.
I
I guess running would be faster, wouldn't it?
Let's fly. It'll be fun.
I think you've already used your wings for the day.
I did.
Well, they last an hour.
Yeah. But
So,
he
like-
already turned them on earlier.
Yeah, he
Well, what I
turned
mean
them on
is-
to fly from the whale to
Oh,
To the line.
to the guards that got
Did
toasted.
that take an hour? Because you have an hour
It's
of use.
definitely been way more
Wait,
than an hour.
What he may be saying is that it's an hour. It's
You
like
have an
60
hour.
minutes of flight time.
Oh,
Throughout the day.
look at the item.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works. That was the one unique thing about it.
I know that's how the boots of flying work, but I don't know if the wings are flying.
Oh, I thought that was the opposite. I thought the wings
No.
were not the ones.
Nope, they're gone. Turns them into wings for an hour.
Oh. Well,
Okay.
get boots next
Guess-
time.
The
we're
nice
walking.
thing about them, though, is they're twice as fast, and they recharge in 1d12 hours. So actually, they've been traveling for a while.
Roll a d12.
Is that a D12?
1.
So they're back.
You have your wings.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about them is they potentially come back in an hour.
We fly.
I assume you get clear first.
Yeah. What's
And then you draw
what's the speed of the wings?
60.
60.
60. And can you action dash with those?
No.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are able to make it back in record time.
I bonus action.
Way
so
faster. That's right. You're like part road. Huh?
Technically speaking, he adds 5 feet of movement to the flight speed.
You do?
Yeah, actually more than that because it was barbarian
So
stuff.
that's it. We'd have
10 feet.
And
I mean, I'd still
sleeping.
beat
You'd still
him.
be yeah.
Not for long. Your rest is going to come to an end pretty much when they arrive.
Yeah.
Well, they were gone. Can I go when I've gone and searched and caught some fish?
Yes, roll survival.
Roll fish.
Survival.
Roll fish.
Go.
23.
You find some fish, not just fish, but some rather exotic looking ones. Ones that you haven't run across before. They don't give off any indication that they're poisonous or dangerous to consume. You're kind of looking forward to this one.
How many?
You catch 5 of the same kind. They're about a foot long.
Well, he's fishing. He runs into a monk.
Each one is about 5 pounds.
Okay.
But that's
I can
okay.
cook them for you.
I'm
Tara,
going
that's
to bring them
Tara,
back
yeah.
and ask you to dry them out for me.
That's terrifying.
You want me to cook them for you or just try them?
Just dry them because I would like some
Why are you like
provision.
this?
You're here.
Because I'm somewhat skeptical.
Luke,
Yeah.
what was your idea as to how you were going to recharge your arcane capabilities?
Sleep. I was just going to take a long rest at the end of the day.
At the end of the day?
Yeah, I wasn't planning on trying to sleep earlier. Well, I mean, maybe a little early so that we would still have some darkness when we got up.
Okay. So like an early morning kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's like hit the sack at like 7 or 8.
Can you drive them?
Yeah, I got an 18. I
So-
have plus 10 to cooking.
So at this point, the two of you make it back. It's about 6 o'clock in the evening.
Okay.
You wake up from your long rest. You may now give yourself a long rest.
And when they get back and he wakes up, I would take 10 minutes and recast telepathic bond, and this time I would include the dragon.
Okay.
I'm not exhausted. And that's all you hear in the telepathic link from me.
So you,
I'm not exhausted.
so you were saying
This is such a mage flex right now because it's just you guys in the camp. Just look what I can do.
So you were saying
We can also communicate very clearly, very quietly.
So I guess you would initiate this as you cast the spell.
My friend, we're all mentally linked at this time, so we can communicate with each other quietly, even over extended distances.
Have you done this previously to today?
No, I haven't needed to before.
Okay. I'm gonna
No,
like,
wait, I did right before we went into combat on the.
Was I a
the
part of
beach.
it?
Yeah. I
okay.
can link like a lot of people with this.
I'm gonna respond. Oh, voices in my head again.
You hear the dragon, the dragon's voice go. This must have been the trick you were using earlier today. This
Yeah, I
is
can link up
fascinating.
So.
Wait, what happened earlier today?
Oh, you're asking me, Curtis. We were discussing telepathically in front of the dragon. Like he asked what happened earlier. So anyways, to catch everyone up, word vomit. Except for things that I wouldn't tell the
You
dragon.
vomit word?
Just
So
you plan to kill me?
So
Twice.
then going to check the camp. What they found, I presume you guys tell me what you found.
Yes,
what you found out.
but I proceed to tell him that there was this guy that they were talking to who had a peg leg and a very distinctive. He was an older person, old guy.
He was balding. He had a peg leg, and he was scratching on some runes on some armor.
And then they mentioned a guy named
No, that was him.
was that him?
Yeah.
I meant to tell you all.
One other thing that you would have noticed that I forgot to tell you is that the bald patches on his head, there's no hair, but there are obvious burn scars.
Okay.
I forgot to tell you, but a dragon that we are with.
He's in the mental wing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. He told me that he was inclined to not have the dragon slayers be a part of our crew.
Oh, you did mention that to me.
What?
Oh, you did mention
Yeah, you
that to
did,
me.
but
That's
he did
my
mention
point.
it to you.
Well, that's
Oh.
also my point. Is that this is the first time I brought this up.
Ah,
Gotcha. Okay. I see what you're
Yes,
saying.
that is true.
So,
But I also
I'm full of
would
that.
think that it would be in your interest, being that I don't want any of the share of the lair, just the lair itself.
Well, we'll see how far we can take this. Maybe they can help us get it close, even if they don't partake in the final fight.
See, I was saying that if they're unconscious
In the
at the end of the fight, they don't
fight
get
with the
say
brother,
what's taken.
How
taken.
much did
True,
they participate
but-
and help out?
People seeking vengeance is an annoyance.
In when
I
you
said
guys
unconscious,
fight,
not dead. We'll make sure
fought
they're
Tara,
Go and seek vengeance for stolen glory too.
when
Stolen Schmollen.
Yeah.
they appeared, it's because crap. Sylvester?
Stolen.
What was his name?
Who?
Your artificer. Lester.
Lester.
Because
okay.
Lester was riding a dragon in the sky,
He
and then they
Then he
poofed.
suplexed a dragon.
Yes.
Awesome.
And then they poofed into existence not that far above him,
Right.
landed on the dragon with their daggers out, and were like, yeah!
And he was like, I don't need your help.
Yeah, and then he just grabbed the wings and was like, "Huh!" and
Suplex
dragon
the
went they obviously had some means of featherfall, and so they did not.
I think you cast like fly on yourself.
I cast Featherfall,
No,
yeah.
that's what it was.
That's a
Yeah.
dragon
Okay.
master.
So I will relate
Lester-
that the story of the first
He's a good
fight
boy.
and how they
I love
helped.
you so
And how little help it was.
yeah. So basically saying I'm not opposed to cutting them out.
Okay. So basically, catch everybody up and discuss the possibilities of a night assault on this camp, and asking how close it is, etc. From our scaly friend. By the way, I feel terribly rude. I've been bad about this today. A little impatient with people trying to kill me. What is your name?
I am Taraknan.
No, he did tell us that. Never mind. I don't ask that.
Yeah, to rock bread.
Yeah. Sorry, I made the joke about I have grabbed a great recipe for non bread. Anyway,
Hope it has garlic.
depends upon the recipe.
Are the fish cooking right now, by the way?
Now he
They're
wants to be
dried.
dried.
Do I recognize
that
the
would take
fish?
like the
Also-
whole
So
time.
you said they're like a rare.
Fish don't have hands to cook.
You
That's
would,
fish.
just because you
It's not.
are, you know,
fish
Fish
you.
are friends.
What?
Fish are
Um,
friends.
It's not
And
food.
they, so they're kind of like, is it salmon that are both fresh and saltwater?
Yeah.
So they're migratory like that. They are rare, but mostly because they like to nest or breed in colder waters. They do lay their eggs in the fall and then swim back to the ocean to hang out there for a while during the rest of the months, and they
Are
head back
they
up.
considered a delicacy amongst my people?
Yes, indeed they are.
So I would ask you to.
They
if you would
are-
be willing to share.
They are yellow-spotted trout,
Are you finally arrested?
not
Yes.
poisonous.
It's a miracle.
So considering the fact, okay, how many other people have rations, or am I feeding the entire group out of mine?
I've been eating
have one
my
ration.
rations.
So
You
I
check to see how many pounds it is, because you probably have more than one.
I've got 20 pounds of rations, 10
Okay.
quantity.
So you have.
I have 18 pounds
Is
of
what it
rations.
says. Now, based on what happened with the boat, I don't know how
Do
much
you have a
of
bag
that.
of holding or something?
Nope.
Okay.
I do.
So I mean, it's up to you as to what was in your pack or not, really.
So
Because I have a bag of holding for my
I've
vast
just a bunch
quantity.
of dead animals.
Okay.
I have
I
5
don't-
days. of
Everybody
rations.
Yeah.
have the number of rations you have,
Mine-
except for you.
Yes. There we go.
18.
Goes to 9.
What?
Goes to 9.
Doesn't-
Have it.
I think he has a bag of holding too.
Oh,
Unless you have a bag of holding.
I do.
That's true. If you have a
But I
bag
do
of
have
holding, then you don't have
gallons
to
of
worry about
overpower.
that.
not that would help.
Oh no, I know.
Wait, why are we having it?
Because
we ate it.
The shipwreck.
Because the ship wrecked.
I had
and
my food with me.
do you have a bag of holding?
I didn't wreck. I flew.
Do you have a bag of holding?
How? Okay.
Well,
Did
no,
you
but
grab all your
The
stuff?
stuff was on the ship and it went underwater. Presumably, it
I
was
mean,
spoiled by.
I have a backpack that I
You
keep my
have
food in.
half of your rations.
That doesn't make any sense, but okay.
Well, just take it as when we recovered your backpack from the bottom of the river, half of it was bad.
Yeah.
Would that apply to me if I only have a backpack?
Yes. If you don't have a bag of holding.
Because everybody has a backpack.
No, you have it.
I
Have
Okay.
half of your stuff.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
we have half food.
Man, that is a terrible word.
So,
Have the
so
half.
I've only been using my rations for myself then at this point.
Yes.
Okay. Because I can
Okay.
feed the group.
We
but
are
I
low
don't
on
really
food then as we
want
eat
to
today's rations.
How do I say
reduce the quantity.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take all my rations and just give them to you.
You know, dragons are like lizards. If you take
all
their
good.
tails
You
off,
are the
they
cook.
grow back.
Okay. How many rations do you have?
That will be 5.
I've made a
Great.
great
That
mistake.
puts
This
me
has
at
caffeine in it.
44 rations.
That way, I have contributed.
I didn't know that, and I freaking hold.
It's
Does
Mountain
anyone, does
Dew.
anyone else wish to contribute to
It
the
said
ration
no
pool?
sugar on it.
I'll add 5 of my own.
Sit on the cafe.
I know. I just didn't think it had caffeine. Whatever.
And then
I'm
ask
gonna be up for a while.
specifically because I like fish over other stuff. That you carry the fish for me.
That's fine. And then subtracting a day's rations for today. Right?
Also, you found those 5, but you also got like a number of other more common fish.
Okay.
So
for
Okay.
yeah,
for me, you, I'm carrying our collective rations, and I'm at 47 days worth of rations. So
What is the rations like particularly like? Are they just like assortments of
It's like
Jerky.
jerky and
Grit.
But you see, if you
Hardtack.
let me cook it, I make it taste like whatever exotic dish I wish it to be because I can do that.
prestidigitation.
And a lot of spices. But
And
yes,
a lot of spices.
I only use prestidigitation for the spices I don't have because the authentic flavor it adds
That's
texture
right.
and
You
other
have
things.
morals. Or you have standards.
I have a +10 to cooking.
Let's move on.
That's what I have. I think it's my single highest proficient. No, it's equal to my Arcana. I am as good a cook as I am a mage at level 13.
Goodness.
I'm trying to
is he a professional and has standards?
Yeah, what is this? Okay.
You may not be in the
So
edited
anyway,
version of your
it's
you're
night.
not- okay, so you're not in the edited version
Time
of
to
your
sleep.
character, you're in the viewing version of your character.
Would you like to attempt to sleep again?
Well, I don't have to sleep for until like 24 hours, right?
Yeah,
Essentially.
don't.
he's well rested.
Yeah, you don't have to.
I'm
But-
not
But
going
if you wanted to be on our sleep schedule,
Let's deal with the ambush first, then worry about sleep schedules.
Okay.
When you bring me to sleep, I'm like,
How are the watches going to work out?
I can take
All of
one.
You
them.
can take all of them.
Technically, yeah, I guess I could take all of them.
What's your perception?
I have +9,
Yeah, definitely. Take them
+8.
Take them all. Croissant will assist you.
Okay. You
but if
guys
you get bored, come get one of us.
go ahead and get a long rest.
Many
You want me
spells
to
are
do
restored.
it 3 times
Holy crap.
Yeah, I do actually.
before they get long rest? If
So
something
wait,
happens?
Of course, I never did anything with my stuff, so
Crap, because he can force me into it.
yeah.
But I don't know that.
That's
As a,
actually a
char-
good point.
as a character, I don't know that, so I would.
Croissant would get me though if that happened. So, gentlemen, would you like to know the
Okay.
spells that I expended today?
And I'm going to guidance myself.
Alright.
I
So that's
expended.
21 for the first one.
Okay.
Okay,
Why'd you roll 2?
Because Croissant isn't helping.
Oh, good point. Okay, before you roll to the next one, I want you to roll a wisdom save.
Do I get his aura?
he's not conscious. Doesn't work.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Wisdom, you said?
Yep.
Which one do I trust more?
What year?
16. I wouldn't know this is coming, so I can't guidance.
Well, it also doesn't affect saves.
Oh, okay.
You feel some pecking on your forehead.
Croissant. Is the meat ready?
He's thrashing.
Okay. I walk over. Yeah, 7th level dispel magic. And then I go back to bed. So unless he's casting it at 8th level,
Yeah.
it goes away.
So you're sitting there, and you just see the ancient dragon wander out of the woods in front of you. Like he's just pushing trees aside. They're crashing to the ground,
So he's in
cracking,
dragon
breaking.
form.
Yeah. None of your friends wake up to any of this. In fact, you can see that blood is pooling and coming up out of their mouths, out of their nose, out of their ears. Everything is bleeding. And he just comes up to you and smiles and is like, hello. And he opens his mouth and you see like a blue crackling electricity starting to build in the back of his throat, and then he's gone and you're laying on the ground looking up and
There's a yawning hologram. Good night.
That dragon's gonna die.
Okay.
It's either him or me.
I was saving that for that.
that's actually kind of true. Because it's what, 7 days? 7 levels of exhaustion? You
6.
just 6 levels of exhaustion and you just die. So you're not wrong. I think at one point you like lose all of your movement too. It's really cool. Anyway, you guys all get a long rest.
Reorder some things.
Do you want me to do the other 2 rolls?
Yes, I do. Sorry. No, I don't. Nothing happens.
Okay. Yeah, 5 So it's actually only 6 is death.
Six is
Exhaustion
death.
6.
Okay.
Exhaustion 5, speed reduced to 0.
Yeah. They're fun.
What's crazy is I have a +9 to my wisdom.
I specifically prepared Dispel Magic for you this morning.
Yay.
Thank you.
You look like a really dumb superhero like that.
Don't judge me. Oh, shoot.
Okay. So as you guys all start coming to consciousness, is there anything in the morning that you guys want to do?
I'm gonna go look at the
When and where is the ambush?
Turoknon and just be like,
I'm just gonna prepare. to wait
when
for the
can we
ambush,
face
too.
your father?
Yep, I prepare for the ambush.
Me too.
He looks
How
up at
soon?
you. Well, how soon is up to you. As I said, I don't know exactly where the lair is, but I do know that it would be much easier to face him if my sister were already dealt with before you did.
I understand
Agreed.
that, and I agree that we should take her out and take out anyone with that group.
How far?
But I
away?
don't want to dilly-dally after that.
Well, in that case, after you handle my sister and her minions, the person that you want to speak with is Lord Marsilius Orin.
You recognize the surname? Okay.
That's why I caused.
He is the city lord, region lord, whatever you want to call him. He runs the town of Rivermouth and a section of land up there as well.
What relation to Samuel? Father, brother?
Distant cousin. As in, I believe they share a great grandfather.
So he's aiding Samuel. This
Well,
Marius Orion?
Marsilius.
Marsilius, sorry.
Marsilius Orin. Well, he hired isn't the wrong word. Gave the option to my father to spread his God's holy words in this area, if you believe such things. I don't think that he is particularly happy about it. I believe
Your father or Marsilius?
Marsilius. I overheard him speaking to somebody through magical communication, saying that just because it was cool did not mean it was smart.
Going in league with the dragon?
Yes.
Should always be cautious.
Yes, and my father has definitely taken every inch that he could with this deal for stupid, selfish. I don't know why he bothers with Kaino. He's a dumb god anyway. But either way, he is a relation of Samuel.
How is Marsilius ordering your dad to do this?
He's not. He gave him the option to come, said he could forge papers so that my father wouldn't have to just fly over. I mean, I'm sure that anyone on the ocean or towns seeing a dragon just emerge in the area causes a bit of a stir. So, Marsilius arranged.
I was gonna. Why would I recognize the name of the god?
Yeah, you would. Absolutely, you would. Kaino is the god of storms, tempests. He's a bad guy. Sink ships for fun, as much as gods do. You know, everyone down in the islands. He is an island god. Everyone down there is just a plaything for him. People worship him mostly out of fear. kind of hoping that if they worship him, he'll not kill them.
I would recognize the name too then.
Yeah, you would. Kaino, you would recognize. You guys have been plagued by Kaino for a little bit. You also know
You're a
that.
cleric from that pantheon, and you're a paladin from that
Yeah.
pantheon.
Yeah, Kaino's kind of a d-bag.
Which one's your respective god again?
Maka.
Maka. What was yours?
I was just checking that.
I'm looking for where it's at.
It would be, if you put it there, it would be under description, under faith.
Gives them the
Should
cast
be
move.
there.
Done my spirit
Oh,
weapon. It's
Kaya.
kind of sharp.
What was it?
Kaya?
Kaya,
Kaya? Yeah.
the female ocean wisdom.
Yeah, that's right. The neutral one.
Yeah, true neutral.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Kaya.
Her name is Kaya.
And Kaino is the jerk. He is the chaotic evil god of that area.
And it was just established that our blue dragon friend worships him. Lovely.
Of course.
And that's why my father came here.
I think you'd probably be aware of it too, being a sailor.
And he's been erecting monuments in certain areas that are key to other pantheons, trying to weaken the hold of other gods such as Kamokt and Tindirect. And he's playing with politics that would probably get him killed anyway, but I want him gone sooner.
Well, we will see what we can do to expedite your desires.
But
Now, where are these people that we can go kill?
Hold on. You had a question for me earlier. At least I remember something. What happened yesterday when you guys got back to the camp?
Oh,
Now we're
yes, that's
a bit
right.
Out of it. I guess not
I'll
yet.
dust
yeah,
a little bit of ash off my shoulder. When we went to acquire one of our long-lost half-elven friends, he was being accosted by quite a rude group that was very inquiring as to our business. Deception.
yeah, roll deception on that one.
That's very good. That's 7.
I'm just gonna believe it.
They said that they were servants and guards in service to a Lord Samuel Oren.
Believe it even more now.
When they found out that we were distantly assigned from Deep's End, they got a little edgy. When I asked if they would be reporting our presence, I evaporated them.
Question: do I know that it was Samuel that I would know he tried blowing up the ship earlier?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you just concluded like a long escape from being chased
Right.
by an armada.
Right.
Pretty much.
So yeah, he's basically wanted to go. So I was like, well, it's a good thing you did that. They serve.
Yes, of course.
Samuel, the little person they serve, is actually an open rebellion.
Ah, yes, an
He-
evil man.
He's basically, before we came to pick you up, we were fleeing from him because he tried sinking our ship then.
Well, it's a good thing he didn't, otherwise how could it have been sunk here?
True, although preferably it didn't get sunk, but
Oh, of course.
that's a different story.
But you never would have met me.
That is true. Anyways,
I made it so you could sleep tonight.
valid point.
Or rather, so you didn't have nightmares. Anyway, good night.
If they had reported back, things could have been very bad for us. There was actually another group that was on the ship with us that I don't even know what happened to them. They had gone. We basically, and then I get. Do you want me to do the whole spiel?
During this conversation, I'm going to start using prestidigitation to create extremely minor illusions of small flies like crawling on Kaital's arm. You just can't catch them.
So I'm just kind of like, and they kind of just wander off that direction.
As this is all going on, you guys are also noticing that Taraknan has like prestidigitated like a silverware set and is actually like eating his breakfast on silverware.
This is more of a midnight snack than a proper breakfast.
It's true.
Because I said that we'd be having breakfast at the same hour.
So,
But
and that's how we met you. So yeah, we should continue with this ambush.
I'll make note and make sure to evaporate any other servants of this Oren fellow if we should see them.
That also, when we go to talk to this Marsilius, we should be very careful. Potentially, come out.
So, potentially Ashes careful.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it in mind. So I do not glass him instead.
So, is this guy at the town? Is he spreading the gospel of that other god?
He's acting as a facilitator for it.
Yes, Marsilius allowed my father to come here for the price of spreading his gospel, as well as a substantial number of gems. But
Okay, so I would have a problem with this guy.
you would have a problem with this guy.
I think that was the reason that you were sent here.
Yeah.
Because of that cult that was starting to crop up.
Anyway, the longer we'll wait for this ambush to happen, the less likely it is to happen.
Scaly friend has an excellent point.
Well,
Then I come back. Hey.
Ambush.
Okay.
Tell us where it is.
I will show you on the map where to go.
Who has a map?
We don't have a map.
I do. No, I
Wait, didn't we save it
Can
from
anyone?
the ship?
No, it was her map.
Well,
Well, I
looking
thought
at-
I thought we had saved one previously.
Actually, let me get into character here. And as he casts major image on the ground,
Major image, you said?
major image on the ground.
Okay.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to talk to you through Image Man or
Oh, that's a good
Illusion
point.
Man.
Yeah.
But
That's a third level spell slot.
a decent recreation of the area from like a bird's eye view shows up, and there's an area that glows green. It's very small, and an area that glows red. That's very small.
Explain.
The green is where we are now. The red is where they will be regrouping. And then a purple area appears much closer to the town. And he says, and this is where they will attempt to ambush you if you don't take care of them now.
Kaitao, do you think you can guide us there?
Yes. I do believe I can.
How long is it going to take us to get there?
Well, depends on how we get there.
Kaitao,
Where
how
we
long do you
going?
think it will take us to get there?
Roll!
Survival.
Survival?
Survival with advantage.
Survival?
True survival.
You're rolling that dice like a real bugbear.
No.
Oh, guidance.
Good. He said it
Nah,
before
he
he
rolled.
rolled. He said it before he
I said
rolled.
it before I rolled.
17.
But then he continued to roll.
Well,
17.
Was it with advantage, you said?
With advantage.
Did you roll quest?
No.
see? You can still give him guidance.
No. First roll is the exact value for that.
Ooh. 17. That's
Yeah.
what I remember.
So it'll take about 2 hours to get there.
Shit's not covered back up.
Yeah, it's quite a bit closer than the other people were.
Take about 2-ish hours?
Who all has dark vision here?
Not me.
Pretty sure you do.
Nope.
What? Bugbears don't have dark vision?
I just
Oh,
have
yeah, they do.
have common and
Yeah.
goblin.
It's underneath your
It's
passive.
it's not a good.
Oh,
language.
wait.
Your
Sure.
passive perception
So
investigation.
you see
inside.
where it says passive whiz, passive int, passive whiz.
What page is it on?
It's on the left.
It'll be under ability scores and saves and stuff. He's on a phone.
Passive whiz.
Dark vision, 60 feet.
Okay.
Passive whiz, is that when you have to go so bad that it takes no effort?
That's a running.
Moving on from that joke.
I apologize to everyone
We all have dark vision.
on the camera
Nope, I
for
don't.
just showing you the keyboard, but
You go to close the laptop.
well, I kind of rink so that I could help him find the thing. Anyway,
Dark vision. No.
are you the only one without it?
Oh, that's right.
Does
Baseline dragon.
what's her name have?
Oh, I don't think Rowan has it either.
A lot of Fae do. She might.
I can't look.
She doesn't. Alright.
Anyway, that's about how long it'll take.
We tie
So-
rope around them so they don't get lost.
Well, it's
It's night. It doesn't mean
Yeah.
I can't see.
Did I say 2 hours?
Yeah, you do.
he can follow.
That's right.
Like
You've walked in the night before. I'm capable of walking. I just
he's
can't
got
really,
standard night vision.
I
so.
just can't really see too well.
Well,
I
when
have
we get there,
disadvantage. Yeah, I have disadvantage.
Yeah.
on
when we
sights.
get there, I promise there will be fire.
I mean, I agree.
I'm
There
actually
might be
going to get
lightning
on top of my
instead.
elk for once. This
Maybe a
is
little bit of.
To battle.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, and you guys set off.
When we get close, I'm going to pop a 6th level spell and turn us all invisible.
I can't even see myself.
Do I give you?
We will resolve that next time. Yeah. So everyone, thank you for joining us tonight for our stream.
Thank you.
It's been a lot of fun, and I don't think we have too many announcements except that in 2 weeks.
No, it'll be 3 weeks because July. Our
yeah.
next game will be on the 30th.
Okay. So make sure you guys tune in on the 30th for Sojourners. Lots been happening there as well. We'll be back to Luke being our GM for that day. And then in 2 months, only 2 months from now, we'll be able to see some cultists and possibly a dragon get ashed. So get excited.
Saving my force cage.
Are there any other announcements before we close out?
Oh, please follow us.
Yes, please follow
Yes.
Please
us.
follow.
Hit the follow button. That would help us
Follow
a
us
lot.
on YouTube,
Facebook,
Facebook,
etc.
Twitter. We're working on it.
All that
Yes.
social media.
Dem socials. I think that's it.
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Well, in that case, we appreciate you guys joining us, and we'll see you next